Yeah, we
yeah, there we go. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Joyce. Hey, Senna. Hey, let me scroll.
What's going on?
This thing won't let me scroll. See, I'm tired of this new computer and StreamYard. It's not my friend. It doesn't like me. Hey,
Brandy, executive producer.
I gotta look at my
Real Queens, Real Talk Edition. Thumbs up. Yes. Everybody. Hey, Miss Joyce. Birthday shout out to Miss Joyce, y'all. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Miss Joyce. Y'all make sure y'all drop some hearts, drop some cake, everything up in the chat for Miss Joyce, the birthday girl, y'all.
One time for the birthday girl.
Hey, 2 times for the birthday girl. Hey, fuck it up if it's your birthday girl. Hey. What's going on, Cena girl? How are you? Thank you for coming by.
Oh, we love you.
Hey, Tracy. Girl, we got to see Tracy's beautiful face today in Mizzle's live.
Oh my God, I'm so mad when I went to see the notification. I said, damn, I fucking missed it.
So beautiful.
Hey,
look at my girl, Tracy. Hey, Miss 42.
Hi, baby.
Hey, 42.
How are you?
Now he wants to lay down.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Can
y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm just getting myself situated. I'm gonna cam up in 1 minute.
Okay.
You are good. You are good. She said, beautiful. Happy birthday, Miss Joyce. I hope you had a blessed one. Happy birthday,
Joyce. Love you. You don't want to say nothing, Kamani? You just want to be
Kamani looking all handsome.
He's conceited. He don't want to talk to none of us. He just want to look at himself. He's conceited. Get conceited, your kid.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, sis. How are you, boo?
Tired.
Girl. Donna, I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning. I don't know why, but then again, I know I had a lot of videos that I had to do, and I waited till last minute. I've been up since 6 this morning trying to knock out a bunch of videos. So Lord knows when we are done with this live, baby, I'm gonna crash out.
Yes, me too.
All of this hair up in a bonnet and pass out, baby.
Your hair cute.
Thank
you. Everybody in the chat.
Cena said happy birthday to Miss Joyce.
Happy birthday, Joyce.
2 times for the birthday chick.
Hey.
Birthday chick. Hey, it's your birthday chick. Let me stop because that's my song right there. It don't even be my birthday, and I can go and get up in there. Ain't even got to put on
right there.
That's Tiffany Twerk's music. That's
yes, it is.
Oh, make you want to show up and show out
all the way out.
You know what? You got to go. You can't be my co-host, Kamani, because you're doing too much. You got to go in the shadow.
Oh, wait. So how was everybody's weekend?
My weekend was good. I have no complaints. How was y'all's weekend?
Good. Relaxing.
Mine was good and quiet.
Yes.
Good and quiet. Yes, good and quiet is a good thing.
That's the best. Hey, Dahlia.
Hey, Dahlia. How are you?
Hey, Dahlia.
Thank you for coming by the Queen's panel with the King's perspective.
Yeah.
How's the King at? Where is he at?
I don't know.
I hope he coming by.
Okay, now, you can't take over Kamani, okay?
Look at Kamani.
Don't do nephew. He can take over.
Aunties and uncles like y'all. Like, just let him do whatever. He wants to sex so just let him do. Just let him. Just burn the hell up. Okay.
I'm one of them people that buy the noisiest toys because people used to do it to me, so I do it back to them.
All right. There we go.
See, here we go with bullshit background situation.
Come on now.
Hey,
hi, Booze.
tired of these people.
I gotta take a wet green screen now.
Look at my new nose ring. It's huge. I might not keep it. It's so big.
I wish I could do nose rings, but the way my allergies are set up, I'm always
I want to get my nose pierced too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go though.
Do it.
It wasn't bad. I did cry, but I only cried out of the eye that got pierced. It was a forced cry, so it was a pain that I could bear. But the cry came out because of where he punctured it.
Hey, Vanity.
See her. Hey,
Vanity. Happy birthday again, Joyce.
Brandy.
I remember I had my nose pierced. I have it like I be wanting it, but then I don't. But I remember I got my nose pierced when I was 14, and then I just took it out like 5 years ago.
See, my daughter got hers done when she was 14 too. So she still got hers. She 20. Now she 20 something now.
I've always about it. I love piercings. Most people are addicted to tattoos. I feel like I have a little.
I'm the tattoo person.
I think you know what? I just recently seen that there's this new stuff. I think you can order it online. It's like this numbing gel that you can put on an hour to 2 hours before you actually go and get the tattoo. And many different tattoo artists like approved it and all that. Now, if I can get that, I would love to get more tattoos. Like I still want to get a half sleeve.
Me too.
To my mother and different people that passed away, but I want the focal point to be my mom and just like my uncle and cousins and different things like that. But I've always wanted that, but it's just the pain. I have enough tattoos. I remember the pain, but piercings is something that I guess because the pain is just quick. I went and got my ears pierced. Most people are like, where you had your ears pierced? I did a long time ago, long story behind that. But I just went and recently got them re-pierced because I was having an itch to get a piercing, which is weird for some people because I don't even like the fucking needles, girl. I be panicking on the inside and all of that. But now you got me thinking about a nose ring. But that's
I want it so bad. Now tattoos, I'm scared of piercings, but I will tattoo away.
Yeah, me too. The worst tattoo that I had was the one on my leg. I had it like from the top of my foot to my knee. I have a tattoo or whatever, so everything was fine until the top of the foot part. I don't like the
Cola, that hurts so bad.
And then I got the one on my back wasn't that bad because I got a big tattoo on my back, but it wasn't.
I do too. My back hurt though.
I can't down.
See, I got my whole leg is done from my top of my foot all the way up to my thigh. Like a little bit past my eye. I have a whole leg.
They are so sexy to me. Oh, they're so sexy. I want one right here.
I want one too.
Yeah, my daughter's back there. Hers back there.
They are so
sexy. I want to get one right here on the side of my neck. I said if I could get another one, I'd want to get one like kind of right here on the side of my neck. I know that would hurt like a mug though, but it's still something I could cover up if I wanted to, but still be seen. Because I like to wear my hair in buns. Yeah. I'm a fan.
That's a good and Mama, that's why I do lead. That's why when all my tattoos I could cover up, you will not know I had tattoos. So that's what stopped me from getting my sleeve tattoo because it would be hard to be kind of hard to cover that up, but I don't know. I've been thinking about
my side too.
That would be cool.
I think that's sexy.
I wanted to see if I just can't find the perfect artist or whatever because it's like I wanted The Nightmare Before Christmas. Like that's like one of my favorite movies. And I just think like the visuals of it, like but I just haven't found anyone. And I just don't want to put whatever on there because that's there forever. But come on, can you leave mommy here alone? Thank you, because you don't let me do it.
You know what they are? My ring finger hurt it, and I only got 2 letters on it, but it hurt.
Oh, really?
But by the time I screamed, it was too late for me to even scream. She was done.
Well, then that's good. Then.
That is good.
But it hurt on the bone. I'm guessing that's what it was. It was on the bone.
Yeah, that's
Vanity, you the type you can get all kinds of tattoos and stuff. Vanity says she has a high pain tolerance.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. See, it didn't hurt me to like Coach said you got to the top of the foot. That's what bothered me. Top of the foot.
You don't have no tattoos, Mizzle? No tattoos, no piercing?
You don't?
Oh, baby.
So on my leg tattoo, I really tried to be like, but I tried to be like a thug and get it all done in one session. Because the tattoo artist was like, are you sure you want to do that? So I think it was close to 8 hours to get my leg one, and I regretted it the next day because I could hardly walk. Like, you understand? Like, it was that much like pain the next day from whatever. It was like you should have. I did everything: the outline, the coloring, all of the little pieces. I was like, nah, this is a one-stop shop. I'm in and I'm out. I'm in and I'm out. I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back.
You did everything in one day?
I did everything in one day.
No, girl,
Like, yeah, you were soldier. Mine took like 3 sessions because it's
that's what the tattoo artist was saying. They was like, to come back, like it should have been about 3 sessions. I was like, no, I want to sit and do this. I don't know why I wanted it all done that day, but I.
So you don't change your mind. So you don't change your mind.
No, I knew I was going to do it, but I'm a procrastinator, so I might have got the outline, and then all the stuff when it came up, and then next thing you know, so I'm like, I just wanted it just done and be done. But I will never do that again, because literally, I thought somebody broke my leg or something was going on. Like I had a problem the next day. I will never, ever, ever, ever do that again. I'll take the sessions, like what they said.
All around, how many tattoos and how many piercings do you have, Cola? How many does everybody have?
Let me see.
I think I have, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 tattoos.
I got 10.
7 tattoos, and right now, currently, just 1, 2, 4 piercings.
So I still have to get finished though, because I
got 15.
And I never went back. That's what I'm
15 what? Tattoos? Mm-hmm. Woo, girl, y'all some
don't let Sunshine Face fool y'all. She a daredevil. I promise you, she a daredevil. No fuck, okay?
My back finished. It still looks nice without the color or whatever, because I got a big Chinese dragon, like from up to the top to the bottom. But that's why I said, like, sometimes sitting in one session, I learned from the leg thing, and they was like, oh, let's do it in sessions, and I just did the outline. And even the outline took a long time, and I still haven't went back to color it in. It's been like 2 times.
Vanity got 21, so she got me beat.
Ooh, child.
21. God dang.
Yeah, no, I only got 4 tattoos.
I don't have my nipple piercings in anymore. No, I took them out.
I always went
why you take them out?
I took them out because for me, every time it got cold, I never got over the sensation of when your nipple gets hard. It gets hard around that barbell, and it hurt. For me, it hurt, and I never got over that. I never got over that sensitivity for me, and so, and then not only that, like different stuff that I would wear, it would get caught in it. It would get like snug in some kind of way.
Okay, y'all talking about tattoos and piercings and shit. I'm trying to show you all my tattoos and piercings.
I thought you was trying to step for somebody.
I do regret
talking about tattoos and piercings. I'm trying to join the conversation.
I regret taking them out and letting them close up, but now that I remember the pain, I will not go back and get them re-pierced. Because
it hurt that bad.
It hurt. I'm
scared of piercings. I cannot do piercings.
Yeah, I only got my ears and I got my tongue, and I had my ears. I had lost the thing, and then it just closed up, and I was like, listen, I'm not going through the pain again, because that happened to me before. And when they, instead of just re-piercing it, they put some type of gauge thing in it. It was torture. So I was like, I'll just leave it the hell alone.
Yeah, I'm good. would have you can say to me all day long. I'm messing with no piercings.
I could see Twin want her nipples pierced. Yeah,
I'm telling you now. When you the thing about it is, and this is we're majority ladies in here, and the men that are here, y'all are talking about
me too, Vanity.
About this, but I feel like I have a larger nipple, okay, and I don't know if it's because of the barbell or what it was, but your nipples get hard when it gets cold, and for me, the hardening up around that, then the steel or whatever it is, the piercing, it hurt.
It was uncomfortable.
It was very uncomfortable, and I never got over that sensitivity. And to me, it just wasn't worth it to look sexy and be in pain. It wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah. No.
I have my other piercings that make me feel sexy as fuck, and I'm good.
I know. I just watched a video of yours. That was my first
time. Video.
Girl. That's my girl right there, Miss Keyshia. That's my girl.
Oh, I can't do that. I definitely can't do that.
Hey, baby sis.
Back in it better.
Yes.
Girl, get it, Vanity. If you want to get that piercing, girl, you better go get it.
Yeah, because when baby sis just popped up there, I said, "I hope that's not butt naked Bob," because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Because
I said, "Let me see your picture. Your face come up. Okay, we got the face. Okay, there we go."
I was a little scared for a second.
We got for butt naked Bob, baby. Butt naked Bob, man. I bring it. You better not even do it. She said, "Butt naked Bob, baby." That's name for forever and ever. Save those money for stocks, Dahlia. Yes, ma'am. Remember our financial goals. Save money for stocks.
Can I get a confirmation? Can y'all hear me though?
Everything done too.
All right, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I've been asking you all for the last 5 minutes. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I'm just now able to
Miz
hear.
was the only one that just acknowledged it. Miz was the only one. Like the last 5 minutes.
Hey,
I've
baby.
been trying to tell y'all.
That means we can hear you.
Cackling hens. My bad. We in here like some cackling hens. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yes. All right.
1 2 1 2. We can hear you, boo.
I was just trying to join in the conversation about piercings and tattoos. I have several of them.
How many you got?
Several.
How many tattoos do you have?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. How many do you have?
The one for my dad over here, the one for my mom over here, the one over here for my dad, and then the one on my chest.
Oh, I know the rib cage hurt like a mother.
I got a whole sonnet on the side of my chest right here. The whole thing that went on is the whole. It's a whole sonnet. It's like a whole hurt. Yeah, and it did, and it did. So, but yeah.
Hey, baby sis. Hey, Miss Joyce. Mental health check-in. How's everybody been doing mentally? This has been a good week going into our first little thing that we're going to be talking about. First and foremost, what's up to everybody? Thank y'all for joining into the Queen's panel, of course, with the King's perspective as well. Tonight we're going to be getting into the inauguration. We're going to be talking about Wendy Williams and her beef with her brother. We're going to be talking about the Salt and Pepper biopic. I don't know if any of y'all watched that last night. The motherfucker was 3 hours long.
3 hours?
I couldn't watch the whole thing. I had to end it. I was trying and I said, "Oh, shit."
But I had to go back to it. And then we're also going to be talking about Ashanti and Keyshia Cole, the Verzuz battle that was a hot ghetto ass mess. But like I was saying, mental health check-in. How's everybody doing? We had a great week. We have a new president and a new first lady.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I was relieved that inauguration went off without a hitch. I was worried. I was scared somebody was going to try something.
I thought they was going to try and snipe biting or something. I ain't even going to lie. I was just like, please, Lord, don't let them.
Right.
While he's speaking.
I was like, they're gonna try and fuck the party up. Exactly. I'm so upset.
I just knew somebody stupid. One of them Trump pansies was gonna come out and they was gonna the Trump pansies was gonna come storming the goddamn building. You know,
the Trump pansies.
They was coming in, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Brandy, 2 long ass years. But the highlight of the inauguration was Miss Michelle Obama's baby.
She was nasty.
Baby.
Yes.
And I tell you,
snatch for the gods. Snatch.
She came and she served she served
snatch.
In the
baby. From the crown of her head to the soles of her feet, baby, she was draped in favor, okay? She had anointing on her head. She had the hands of God. Every God there was, from the edges God.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
God.
Michelle, okay. Michelle Obama makes me how I appreciate women, but I don't want to. But her beauty.
Yes.
Her simply, yeah.
That's
I don't want to.
The same way we look at her. Neil, that's the same way we look at her. We look at her the same way. Just beautiful.
All of her because she's so dignified and
she is.
Definition of walking in and commanding presence.
Exactly.
To say a single fucking word and all eyes are on you. We are all thinking.
Yes,
everybody love her. Even George Bush love her.
Oh yes,
Does he love her? Does he love her, Cola?
Like.
He gonna find Michelle. I don't care where she at. He's gonna find Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Does he love her?
We do. We really do. And it's a good friendship they got. You can tell they got a really good friendship.
Mm-hmm. And I
Yes.
I didn't really get to see the inauguration because I was at work and everything, but I saw bits of clips of it. And it was, I've heard that Jada performed, Gaga sang, and some of the fashion stuff. But yeah, Tracy, someone mentioned the memes. That was got me cracking. Because I was like, hold up. I'm going to go here because I had a whole move because he was like, everywhere. It's a perfect scene.
Okay, y'all get on my nerve.
Bernie was tired. He was hungry. He was cold. He did not wake up with that shit. He did not wake up with that.
This is Bernie the whole time.
It was something like the sister, like, y'all niggas could have sent me a motherfucking email. Y'all did not have to send me
Bernie was about to square off with anybody that tried him. This right here is a threat.
Yes, he was.
They putting that meme everywhere. It's like no matter
anybody, bring me the smoke. Bernie was ready.
Bernie didn't give
anybody to bring him the smoke.
One of them to me. That is too funny. Too funny.
I got locked up with Dr. King. I'm with all of the smoke.
He was tired. I bet he was like, I ain't got nobody coming through with no peanuts, no hot dogs, no everybody finna be looking at me and shit. He was mad. He was ready. He was over it.
He's like, you about to punch anybody that says something.
Like when he
say something. Say something.
He was. That nigga was mad as hell.
But Biden already, he done undid everything though. You had that stupid ass fool has done. All like the bills and everything like that this nigga
he is gone. He gone. He
was like, I'm undoing everything. We gonna start on the right slate. You ain't gonna check. I'm doing this the right way.
He's been fighting in these streets. Bernie is tired, baby. Bernie
not the civil rights days.
Lay his burdens down. And then did y'all get into Gaga? The minute that hoe walked out, I was like, is this the Hunger Games? That hoe
All right, y'all. Okay, y'all know Gaga is my bitch. Gaga is my main.
You should have talked to her when she came out there.
She walked out there, and when I have never listened to the national anthem more so than when she sang it. I listened to it about 45 times.
She sung it good. Okay. I will give her that, but it was the
what you say, man? What you say, man? That's what you know.
It was the yard for me. The whole yard bird.
You couldn't
I don't have anything negative to say about it. It was wonderful too.
It was good. Hey,
the bird.
You like yes, the bird too.
Big ass bird. Was I the only one that seen that?
No, it's yeah, it was beautiful in my opinion.
Well, I know it's the artist in him. He's like, listen, y'all don't understand the aesthetic of the whole thing.
Come through, caller. Let us. Yes.
This is the same lady that wore meat before, right?
Yes, the same lady.
No, I mean,
you know what? You're right. It's a step in the right direction. Did y'all see that meme that the dude did when he was he did that voiceover of them? And it was Michelle Obama. She was saying something. She was like, bitch, is that a bird on your chest? And she was like, yeah. She was like, oh, bitch, for real? Is it dead? It was
yes.
Voiceover. That shit is yes. Y'all got to find it on Instagram. If I find it on Instagram while we on here, I'm going to put that shit the dog on.
You already sent it. You sent it to what? No, was it Sunshine that sent it?
She is fashion. Yes, she is vanity. I cannot hold it against Gaga. She is pure fashion.
Yeah, she is.
That was just a big ass bird. Come on now, girl.
It was a dove. It was a dove, not a pigeon. So
yes.
American it was a dove, not a pigeon, but I understand. It was extra, but it was
still beautiful. That walked out.
That guy's always extra, though. She's always extra.
She is. You couldn't expect nothing less from her.
That was toned down, actually.
She has.
That was toned down.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about J-Lo's singing?
Horrible.
Can't
I
sing.
told y'all not to invite her.
She was singing.
I said it. Mizzle said it. And don't. Why did they invite her?
Because he had all race there.
Why was she there? It was proof and purchase. Why did you invite her?
He's mad. He is.
I am.
About J-Lo.
Wait, so
after she let all those Dominicans storm the Capitol.
What was that about?
Yeah,
she let all them Puerto Ricans storm the Capitol with those white people.
What she was singing, because they were saying that she was okay because she said "Let's get loud." And she
okay,
American.
Bro,
somehow she like remixed "Let's Get Loud."
No,
step in such a party and oh no, it was horrible. It was horrible. Her name might as well be Michelle. You remember when you said Michelle?
No, we can't do shit like that. Like, no, girl, no. You was Jenny from the block, not no more. You are revolted.
No.
You get off my block, get off your block, and don't come around here no more.
Now she can't. J-Lo is beautiful. J-Lo is a performer.
Oh yeah, she is beautiful.
She definitely is a performer.
She's a performer and she can hold a note, but she cannot sing.
She cannot sing worth shit.
Not a lick.
Not a whole. Not a.
So, Momo, when what note did she hold that you're talking about?
I mean, you look. I'm listen.
I am.
I'll give a little bit of credit where credit is due. Hey, she can hold a note better than me.
Listen. Yep, she can hold one better than me too.
She can hold one better than me. So I you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give her that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give all you guys this. You know what a lullaby is. You can lullaby a baby to sleep. She should have kept that elementary la 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 over there.
I forgot.
I made my babies cry.
Did y'all get the young lady's name that did the?
You make your babies cry.
I think I have. I took a screenshot of it. I have it in my.
The girl's name that did that poem. That was a beautiful poem that she did. That has tears to my eyes, girl.
Yeah,
I just said that being ran over.
I know my mama was out there like, that's my baby.
Yes, but oh man, I should have got the information about her before I even said anything, so I made sure I got it right. But she was on something else. I guess because I was watching it on Thursday. What was her name? One of the Bush daughters. You know, she's on one of these morning shows, and she had actually did an interview. She said when she initially interviewed her in 2018. And this girl has said Amanda Gorman. That's her name, Amanda Gorman. She started doing poetry when she was in the 3rd grade.
Wow. She owns something. I feel like I heard she
owns something else, but like I said, the Bush daughter, the one that's the host of the morning
show. Was it Kelly and Cola Kelly?
Yes, she did an interview with her. She's she actually had a speech impediment growing up. And that's, reading and all of that. You wouldn't listening to her. I actually thought she had an accent, but she actually had like a speech some sort of speech development when she was growing up. And, she read more, and her getting into reading and studying and things like that. That's what helped her, helped her to develop her love for poems and for poetry and all that. But for that sister to be, she's only like 22 or something like that.
20, like 20.
Very young,
yeah, 22.
Girl.
Yeah.
That's right there. I can't wait to see her in future stuff, so I can be like, yes, I remember you when you did your poem when Sister Kamala got into office and already was out here slaying these bitches. I remember you.
I see you, sister. I value you, sister. You are worth it, sister. And again, okay, I have a impediment. I have a speech impediment that was corrected way before. My mom put and I understand where she's coming from. So anybody that has a speech impediment, they need to understand how much you have to go through to fix it.
Yeah.
And for her to stand there at the White House, and it takes a lot.
Absolutely.
A lot. And it's gallant. She's gallant. She's beautiful. And what she did was slam dunk that shit, Kobe in the 3rd, for all of her speech impediments. Yeah. I wanted her to slap somebody in the face. When she got done, I just wanted her to be like,
That comes out in September.
That's funny. Right.
Nice.
Thank you for that information, Tracy. I didn't know that. Tracy said she has a book and it's actually coming out in September.
Okay.
Amanda Gorman, y'all keep that girl name in your pocket.
Tracy, a book of poems?
That's for your head.
Is it a book of poems, Tracy, or is it like a biography of her, or what is it exactly? Either way it go, I want to doggone get that just so I can support her.
Support. Yeah, exactly.
Support.
What it is, yeah.
Anybody with a speech impediment knows how it is. It's like you having a stutter. You know how you enunciate certain words and things of that nature. If she drops the book, I'm buying that shit 4 times. How about that?
Yeah, and then imagine the nervousness and everything like that. Like you're a part of history. Like you're doing, this ain't like just going up and reading in front of just regular people. Like you're in the history. I'd have been nervous as fuck.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
bro, for real.
I'd be like, wait, all right, let me go.
That's the bomb. Tracy said yes. Anyway, it's a book of poems. She has I
was thinking of Auntie Momo with her the thing she hit the poetry. You remember how Auntie Momo has like the lace for like the human with the human hair
with the bang.
Wait, baby girls, that red headband she had on with her braids put up and the bundle was clean as fuck. That shit was clean as fuck. Tell me
I love him, bro. He's crazy.
You're absolutely right, Dahlia. Not everyone can expect racism to go back to normal. We can have normal racism now. Thank you. Let's get back to normal racism.
Right. Not the snow monkeys and chimpanzees and
oh my.
Like what is the acronym? Chimpanzees, the Trumpers and shit like that. Where the
My heart can't take no more of these goddamn Trump pansies. That was enough. But the inauguration, like I said, it was good. I actually stopped what I was doing because I was looking at it on Twitter, and I was out, outside working, and I made my coworker stop because he's a white guy. I said, "You gonna stop and you gonna watch this with me?" She hold on. And then,
Yeah,
put some black up in it, and we sat and we watched her, get sworn in because that was a historical moment, and I like to see that. Later on, I went. Of course, everybody was posting. It was the same sort of picture, but it was a cute picture, but it was the same picture. Everybody was posting of their child looking at the TV as Kamala was being sworn in. Their baby's looking at the TV.
You see what Tracy's saying? So I wonder about that. How they feel since Trump was out here pardoning everybody, including Kodak Black. Did you pardon? Was it worth it?
Somebody speak about the Kodak Black. Somebody speak. Somebody else say something.
Kodak Black. I'm not a Kodak Black fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the nigga did, but obviously he did something because he's in fucking jail. He did something. What he did, I don't doggone know. But it
all made sense now. When you had Lil Wayne and all these little rappers, even Ice Cube, there was a background plan to that thing. That's because he pardoned him. He pardoned what's that dude's name from Cali, bro?
Kwame Kilpatrick. He pardoned Kwame Kilpatrick, the mayor of Detroit.
Oakland,
yeah, I didn't know about that. And then there was a drug dealer that he did. Over from California, one of Snoop's people. Like, you understand? You might as well have took Larry Hoover and put it up on there. Like, let's be for real about it. Like, pardon people. You understand? Kodak Black could have sat where he was because, not trying to be funny, Kodak Black never respected his freedom. Kodak Black, ever since he got famous, been in jail numerous times in and out.
He's a criminal. He's a full criminal. He's a full, comfortable criminal.
Very, very comfortable. Even in jail,
criminal.
Like, come on now. Like, jail, you haven't shown that you reform. And now that he got that pardon, that pardon was wasted. Because I don't wish nothing on nobody.
And he's going to come back on the street and be a fucking criminal.
No, wait a minute. So, I don't know what state it is in. And I would have looked it up if I knew we was going to talk about it. But his state is now going to pursue some other charges that has something to do with some type of sex crime.
Yeah, that's what he's in jail for now. That's
a criminal.
That's trying to be funny, sis. Those are mostly what his jail. Every time he went to jail, it had some rape involved. Somebody told him about he raped or something. So that's his thing. He didn't even go to jail for shooting nobody or nothing. Like, you over here trying to take the cookies from people.
He pardoned him.
Yeah, my God, you're raping women. You're raping.
That part was
You're a rapist.
That's
so you wanted to take it to the nation and want to feel some type of way because you know they want Larry Hoover to die in jail like Tukey Williams and stuff. You should have pardoned him. That'd have been the best fuck you to well, not to us, but to whoever the hell he wanted to say fuck you to with the people pardoning. You might as well. But Kodak Black was a wasted ass pardon. His ass gonna be back in jail by next year for the same thing.
Wait. Me and my husband was having an understanding. I'm 38, and my husband was like, Lil Wayne is 38. How he looked like that in 38?
Drugs.
Okay. So if you're looking at my face right now, and I'm telling you I'm 38, and that nigga look like that nigga looks 67.
Yeah, because you ain't sipping on lean, you just puffing on green, bro.
He's a dope head.
For real. That nigga is
I don't know. Are those only federal crimes? I mean, they're all the crimes that he's or what?
Who?
Kodak Black. Asking those pardons, are those only for federal crimes?
No, because Kodak Black ain't in the feds. He in good old regular ass jail. Like, you understand?
I was never a Kodak Black fan.
Me either.
I don't know any of his songs. I
like the song with him, Bruno Mars, and Gucci Mane. Because I like Bruno Mars and Gucci Mane. I drink till I'm drunk. I smoke like that song. You can tell that I ain't on that. That's not his, I don't think. He's just on it. Like, you feel me?
No. Okay, go ahead. That's a song he sings. I didn't know.
After that, I don't know nothing else. I don't know anything.
Yeah, that's all I pretty much know.
Yeah, I don't know any Kodak. I don't even know who Kodak Black is. So that's why I didn't know who he is.
Do we know what a pickaninny is?
Oh,
You said no. What is he saying?
A
Kodak Black
pickaninny
is a pickaninny.
is a small black child.
No, you wrong for that.
Ooh, child.
He does look like one. It remind me of a Lovecraft Country. Them little big
Yep.
kids.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
bad.
Go look it up. Go look it up.
That's a damn shame.
And you know,
Yes, Tracy, that's exactly what's happening to him.
wow.
So the pardon was a whole waste. I mean, he's gonna end up back in hell. They might even transfer him from federal to the state jail, straight to court.
And even with him getting pardoned, they're still going to bring him charges. Even with him getting pardoned, he has more charges that the pardon ain't going to do shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just waste
I
time.
wonder what was the point of that? Was that a money thing? Did he pay?
Yeah, it was a money
to
thing.
do that?
Yeah.
Or why would you have chosen him if he's just going to end
It
up?
was money, Auntie Mama. You just said it. It was money. It was money. They put
Somebody
money
didn't do
towards
their
Trump.
research.
They put money towards Trump. And that was his response. He's a fucking criminal. They're all fucking criminals.
Yep.
Somebody get their ass fired after that. That was a waste.
They didn't do their research. If they had known he had state charges, it's no way in hell I would have pardoned him knowing he had state charges. The only reason he wasn't in state prison for the charges is because federal trumps prison. So the feds already had him. So the state was like, well, shit, we ain't gotta bother with him.
42. Go ahead. Yep, let him
jail. So they left him alone. But yeah, no, that was a waste. That was a true waste.
Dahlia, I did hear about that. And you know what's crazy? Dahlia's asking, did you guys hear about Rick Ross getting dragged on Twitter? Yes, because y'all know he's getting dragged about choosing Just Brittany over this other dark-skinned girl from when he had his show, the show that I never watched. And quite honestly, I never watched the show because I like Rick Ross, but I like to hear him sing. I mean, I like to hear his music. Like, other than that, like just kicking it, I'm just not into it like that. But it was this segment Just Brittany. I don't know if y'all know who Just Brittany is, but Just Brittany she's a Houston rapper. Everybody here in Austin and Texas, they know who she is because she's
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's an local rapper. She was on Atlanta, I think it was. But she ended up getting
remember now, but
I like her, but she has a nasty ass attitude. Well, Rick Ross ended up choosing her because it was a show that he was doing between her. It came down to her and this other chick, and the other chick, they both remixed his song, did their own version to it. The chick that Just Brittany went up against was a darker skinned chick, and she wasn't as curvaceous as Just Brittany is. And so Rick Ross basically ended up choosing Just Brittany over this other dark skinned chick because she was light skinned with a lot of curves and this, that, and the other. Well, now I don't understand why now everybody's looking back on it and giving him shit for it. When quite honestly, if they were gonna give him shit,
it should have been then. Exactly, because it was crazy then. So I don't know how it's much more crazy now. And then the funny thing is, even with the Just Brittany chick, Ross knew what he was doing. Ross was trying to take that down. So he said, listen, bitch, I'm a hoe, basically. I don't want to be. I just want you to do me and leave. That's all he needed to hear. Like, oh, fuck what you talking about, oh, pretty chick, because you ain't speaking my language. I'm going to boink this chick because she's thirsty for the fame. She want to be on here, and I'm going to get what I'm going to get. I don't give a goddamn about the contest.
Yeah. I don't know why any woman would trust Rick Ross.
Because he a boss.
No, he isn't. No, he's a failure. He's a failure. He's had so many women underneath his tutelage to bring up to create artists, and they've all failed. He's a failure.
Well, his pockets don't say
how
that.
An interview came out where he said that.
No, but his pockets don't even match his mouth. His pockets don't match his mouth.
Right. He was like, he can't have anything.
Okay, I can tell you right now that I'm rich. I can tell you right now that I'm rich. And I'm not that rich. But I can tell you out my mouth that I'm so rich, I'm so famous, I'm so this and that. But that nigga knows he's not that rich. He's not that fucking famous. He knows it himself.
But he said himself that if he feels like if he has a female artist, that if all the money he's investing, he said it in an interview, like he had no shame. Like, I'm paying for these photos. She looking good in the photos. I'm paying for studio time. We be spending time together. I got it hit at least once or twice. This fool came and said that in a damn interview. So I don't know why anybody is shocked of what the hell was going on.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you. Thank you.
And the thing with I understand. Well, I don't understand that, because, like I said, if they were gonna give him shit, they should have gave him shit about it a long time ago. Because if you look at it then, which I seen the clip of it back then, it was trash then. Then it was obvious then, like, why would he choose her?
And I seen it then, because I was watching the damn show. I knew something that wasn't right. You could even see all the contestants in their face. They knew it wasn't right. Like, are y'all is you shitting me? Are you?
And then it makes me think, like, what happened? Because now it just seems like, I don't know if this is just me. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like now that we're in this climate that everybody want to expose everybody for everything.
Yeah.
And so now people are in this mentality of, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look back on anything, everything, or whatever, and I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna dog you about it.
They like the millennials was fine when this happened. That's what they try to do. Like, oh, like when we seen it, like, oh, these new the 21-year-olds, they ain't seeing it. This gonna be new to them. Like, come on now.
Yeah, she wants to expose everybody. She wants to spill everybody's tea, but she can't even keep a cup in her own hand. She wants to spill everybody's tea, but she has no responsibility of herself.
Say that.
And that one right there, it's like you don't even know. You sabotaging yourself. You making yourself look bad. Even if everything you saying could be absolutely right. It's the fact that you running your mouth.
Brandy,
nobody's gonna want to confide in you for anything. Nobody's gonna want to tell you anything. You're not gonna know why she got
friends. That's why she don't got real friends. All that shit is Hollywood or whatever. Because I wouldn't tell that bitch shit. I wouldn't tell her what time of day it was.
I wouldn't trust that bitch with a 10-foot pole.
No.
I never knew who Danny Lee was in the first place, Bro Balone. Bro Balone asked, are there any thoughts on Danny Lee's new song controversy related to the topic? Apparently, they say she's canceled now. I didn't know who Danny Lee was until I seen the baby was
all right. She's a famous choreographer.
That's the light-skinned girl.
She's a white Dominican who obviously she tan and she's doing something, because if you look at her parents,
somebody get these Dominicans in order.
She's really light skinned. She's not. So what you singing about or whatever, that's not even really you. That's what you pretending. You ain't got a perm in your hair. You got naturally straight ass stringy hair. You ain't got a perm to get the curl in there. You understand what you got with the baby. But like, we don't need a light-skinned girl anthem. That's unnecessary. And they're gonna try and put a spin on it. Like, oh, well, people praise the dark-skinned girls all the time, so what's the problem? You sound stupid, and go make up a dance because you sound dumb as fuck. Like, you understand?
I'm trying to understand why these Dominicans feel that they're white.
She I don't know what she feel like she is, but I just know one thing: she don't fall in the light-skinned girl nothing category. That's the whole thing. Where now you're perpetrating a fraud, where you trying to be quote unquote African American light skin. Cause Dominicans don't even call themselves light skin, dark skin, or whatever and stuff. They be on something like grito blood, whatever the fuck or whatever and shit. They don't.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. You're right. That's what I thought.
So she's trying to cultural appropriate as far as I'm concerned. You got you some dark skin peen, and then it got to your brain. Like, you understand? I know you love hip hop, but be yourself. Make a Dominican.
You got some strong black and long, and now you feel you a strong black and long woman. You're not.
Well, apparently, like said, she was doing that towards his ex.
I believe so too. But the funny thing about it is, baby mama gonna be there, home girl. Like you here now. We don't know what your longevity is looking like, because he still flies baby mama out to parties and whatnot. And that's what she was really mad about. That's why she made the song. But the song is not going to change what's going on. It's not going to change it. If he wanted to still be with her and they still doing stuff, that little light skin anthem is not going to stop it. It's not going to be, oh snap, I can't be doing that.
She's not black, Brandy.
Mama, because the anthem.
I feel sorry for all light skinned bitches that's bumping the song. If you're bumping that song in pride,
that song, period.
So
I
she's
know light-skinned women that appreciate themselves.
Right, Dominique, exactly. She is white Hispanic. Like, you understand? Like, girl, cut the shit. You're not from the struggle. You're not even the white Hispanic. Hispanic.
You're not even in the ball game, bro.
Money. You get what I'm saying? Like,
you're in the ball game, bro.
You can't. Like,
I didn't even listen to the song.
That's what you made a song about?
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, light skin.
Yes.
He likes the light skin.
It's called Yellow Bone.
Yellow
It's
Bone.
called
He's so fat, ugly, but
Oh.
you know, see that
Yellow
about Rick
Bone.
Ross?
No,
Who?
Danny.
Danny Lee.
I better say
Did anybody actually go listen to the song? Did anybody actually listen to the song? Go listen to the song.
You can't even
It's
rap. You don't have
horrible.
the talent. Just because you're born in a rapper does not mean
Go
that you
listen to
have
it.
one in
It's
the
horrible.
DNA that he put it in you. The skill to rap, homegirl. You should have just kept making his. She did the choreography for that video. He did that little cute video with the Jabberwocky. She did the choreography for that.
Did she?
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That bitch
and then she thought she got the rapper DNA. Like, no, spit that out, put it in the garbage. It's not to make you rap. That's not for that.
No.
Not for that. Keep doing what you do.
If you're an outstanding dancer, if you can dance better than all of us, stick to that.
Right.
You trying to be a rapper is foolish.
So is these one of Rick Ross baby mamas or something?
Mm-mm.
No.
This one, that's the baby.
Because you know how we do, we
The
jumping
baby.
around.
The baby. Oh no,
Yeah.
he look like a little rat. Oh, okay.
He is a hood rat. He is a hood rat. He
But
is
she's
a
doing too
fucking
much. And
rat.
I think she's trying to show the other baby mother, like, look, like, I could rap and do. You can't even do that. Like, now the baby mother needs to come out with a song. Like, shut your stupid ass up.
His baby mom is so much better than her. It's like
So much better, bro.
He left his baby mama.
You know, you got double baby mamas. So this is the more newer one. Is Danny Lee is worried about.
No, I'm talking about, I know the one that he was with when he first came into the industry. So he left her.
Yes, he left her.
Was
he
it
ain't.
pregnant or had just
beautiful than
had
any of the
What Miss Robinson?
I think she was pregnant or had just had a baby when he left. Maybe not.
Are you serious?
3 times. 3 times.
I think that youngest, they had 3 kids, and that youngest was young. If I'm not mistaken, a toddler.
You're not. You're not.
Oh wow, for real. And then he used to portray this on. I used to like their little family pictures and everything when he first came out. So he's a nothing ass some too then.
Yep.
I love the baby, but he ain't shit.
He's
he
a jerk. He's a
too for that last baby.
Fuck boy. He's a fuck boy. Sorry, lady.
But to hell with him, doggone it. To hell with him. To hell with all of them.
Down the drain.
Hell with all of they goddamn ass. I love my black and the berry, the sweet of the juice.
He's Simone is a dodo bird, and I thought she was a dodo bird when she started that thirsty ass professing her love to the damn baby, like talking about, oh, I'm manifesting it. You look like a total bird, like you're a bird.
Idiot, a complete and total idiot.
Yeah.
But B Simone is one of them people. You know, just bless her heart. Just bless her heart. I don't have nothing bad or good to say about B Simone because she plays herself a lot of the time. So just bless her.
Are there any? Which one is B Simone? Yeah, who is B Simone? I know that name.
Baby girl, that's her. Baby girl.
That was always going crazy over the baby off of what was that? Wildin' Out. She was on.
Yeah, Wildin'
Out. Okay.
Vanity, right? Vanity said B Simone got her own issues she needs to unpack. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, yeah, I feel old. I don't know none of these people like this.
Most of them are from Instagram.
Right,
praising her
Wait a minute, yeah, I'm Googling people. Wait, I'm sitting up here Googling people and everything.
Like that.
was Googling everybody. I'm like, wait a minute, who is this?
He did too much. He left you in a little video after that. That's the closest that you got to baby over there wearing wedding dresses and stupid ass stuff. Like, girl, like you was doing too much, and now he over there with Danny Lee. You look thirsty as hell, talking about like, oh, but her blonde. When I dye my hair blonde, like you sit down in yourself and putting this Spanish lady up on a pedestal and saying that you not. You know, but you had nothing to say for the dark skin. You had nothing for her. You was okay trying to you got your little place with Danny Lee, the lighter one, excuse me, because she's not a light skin, the light one. You understand? You gave her all the respect. But when he was with the dark skin one, you was sitting here doing us disrespectful nonsense, homegirl. Like, I don't like her. I don't.
Why do dark skinned men feel like they have a woman to put on their porch as
because they're not happy with themselves. They hate their own skin. The ones that hate their own skin feel that way.
Yeah.
So it makes them feel like you understand? Like,
exactly. Sometimes I have to learn these motherfuckers. The bingo. I went on the bingo shit and I was scared as fuck. I was like, I'm leaving.
It's intimidating to tell.
You don't want somebody, the baby, he doesn't want somebody his equal or to understand. He wants somebody that he can step over. And he allows himself to step on her, and she allows herself to be stepped on.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, that's what she got that badass perm. If y'all go in there, cause she did no for real.
Did you see her root? Did you see her root?
It is fucked up. You understand? The root of her head. She did a cooking show with her little sister or whatever and stuff, and she looked the whole hot mess. She wasn't as dark as she is now that she's light. That's how white she is. That's how you understand? So that means you white.
Ain't no lie detected. Maury said. The lie detector said.
That's what the lie detector said.
But I know how I feel. I know how we can do wrong. I don't care about us dogging each other. I don't care about that. But I will not allow another race. I can't tolerate another race dogging us. I just can't do it. I just can't. I cannot. I don't care what y'all call y'all sisters or y'all brothers, but when it comes to another race, I cannot sit there and watch them just talk trash. I don't even care if they is wrong. I talk about their asses, but you better not say shit.
You better not say nothing. Because we all know that he is, because he's a dog. You understand? When he go back to his nice little brown, dark skin, chocolate little bunny or whatever, watch this bitch go put herself in the tanning box. Like, we'll make an anthem for the dark skins or whatever. She's gonna make herself dark skin.
Yes, Wendy.
Whatever the fuck he want.
Yeah.
Yes,
right. Better not say shit. Let me talk about them. You don't say shit, nothing at all. Because the reason why I say that, I have been in the corporate world for so long, and I have seen they will take up for theirs, but they will not let you sit there and talk about their own. They will not.
They won't.
Yeah,
they won't.
Come through, sunshine. Yep, exactly. If she wants to be disrespectful to herself as an individual,
right, she can do that herself. Yes, yep.
Right, bro.
Don't disrespect my people. I don't care if they is trashy. Don't disrespect. Let her be a hoe. And then another black sister talk about her. Don't you say shit.
Don't say shit, bitch.
She do. Let's not get it twisted. She do. I'm telling y'all, I'll send y'all the link. Y'all know how I do that.
They look like Willow, the girl. Damn.
Bro, I know how to appreciate a woman. I know how to appreciate a woman and to allow her to be glorious as she is. But you're not about to be talking about somebody's skin complexion to make you feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not going to allow you to do that.
I agree.
And then she wants a light skin now, bitch. It's not like baby mother is dark skin.
And light skin don't make you cute. It's some other things like about her. Shit.
the point that you feel that
with dark skinned women is his preference because he got
beautiful dark skin on my sister.
Girl. So you
my
know,
is a beautiful chocolate thing. You hear me? I used to tan I worked hard to get this color. I was pale all my life.
You better tell it. I ain't getting no I was like 6 or 7. I was light as hell. You understand? Luckily, I got some damn color. You know, some of the colorist people in my family be like, "Why you in the sun so much?" And stuff. Because I was like,
I want to tan. I want to get dark. I want some pretty skin too. Shit.
Please.
Yeah,
melanin popping.
Yep, they saw pictures of her parents, Brandy, and her parents. They looked Dominican, or they were not
white Dominican. We got to be clear, you know. They white Dominican.
Yep, they do that.
Exactly. Come through with us.
But you know what? And y'all think about this too. Supposedly, she was a side chick when he was with his baby mama. So what pride you have in the same way that you got this man is probably going to be the same way that you got this girl, you didn't win no prize. You didn't win no prize, mama. You still going to have to look over your shoulder because this nigga just doing the same damn thing to you, bitch.
Yep.
That's why she's making stupid ass songs because she's still.
Yup.
I got a question. If somebody is called an N-word and they get beat up real bad, do they get off from a charge of assault and battery? Hell no. You asked for this ass whooping. You asked for my nigga
ask for it.
You wanted a nigga here now. Goddamn it, here you go.
You over here, you got celebrities and you a celebrity choreographer. Where's your self-esteem, boo-boo?
Do they catch a charge? You know what? I feel like they shouldn't because and this is my thing. I know the word we should even be using the word, but I be damn. And I don't use the word unless I'm really, really mad. But I be damn if somebody from another race gonna sit in my face and call me an N and think I ain't finna do nothing. No.
Right. And don't let it have that extra ER at the end because I'm gonna really act like you want to fucking fight. Like you understand? Right. Because I know you that's what you know what you're doing. You ain't trying to
right.
I'm a little more angry with the ER. I'm gonna be angry with either one. But the ER to me is like you want to put
right. And then you got the ones that because they grew up with black people and all that stuff. At the end of the day, you still white. I don't care how you are. You better not say that word. You better skip over that word.
I am one that
skip it, ho. Especially if you're trying to, they're going out of their way to act like the N-word.
I don't like those.
Going out your way.
Well, you got like, what about the celebrities that it was controversy with like J-Lo saying the N-word, Cardi B.
She shouldn't have been able to say it. Is Cardi B, is she black or what?
But you know what's weird about that? In New York, like if you from the hood and you grew up in the hood, like you literally like we don't like with Puerto Ricans and blacks because like we went through shit like the struggle together. Even though some of them is still racist, but when we go to jail, we're looking out for each other because the white people is still treating their asses like us. So I guess it's different places, but like I don't get offended like with my Puerto Rican friends that I grew up with or whatever when they're like that because that's what they grew up. There's a round number of black people. It's
hey, fabulous
over there and was like, oh, hey, now I'm good. You feel me? Like they grew up literally like in the grandma's house. Stop. They was around. So it's like it's levels to me or what it is. If you just Puerto Rican from the hood and you talking that nigga stuff, I'm not with that. But if you grew up like we kids and went through the same shit that I went through, I don't get offended. But somebody like Danny Lee, I'll get offended because you wasn't of the struggle. You was not in the PJs. You was not at free lunch. You was not, you understand, in no black people house. You was not.
Wait, Cola, I'm not sharing my juice box with that hoe. She can't. No, she can't share my juice box.
I don't know. We just different because I got people that understand that.
I use the word nigga very frequently. Nigga, I'm a nigga. I know that
nigga.
But you're not gonna let no white person tell you.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. That's the one thing with the white people that did grow up in the hood. They still they know that they're white. You get what I'm saying? They don't have no black nowhere in them. The slave trade ain't touched them. They just poor. You feel me? So they even have enough respect to be like, listen, I know we went to school together.
Right, Vanity.
I ain't fucking with it because I might still get my ass whooped because I ain't got no slave blood in me.
You will.
I'm one of those black people though, and I will honestly say that, and people will think what you want to. I don't feel like if you not black, you ain't got no business saying nigga.
No, you got no business. You can be saying it. Nope.
Y'all cool with Cardi B, Oprah, and all of that, but still, she ain't got no business saying nigga.
Yeah, I know.
From the block Provolone, she would have. Like when she was still riding the vibe train and shit. But J-Lo is kind of like she's like whitewashed now, so I really wouldn't accept it from her now. Like when she was.
What we have to understand is that a lot of Dominican people understand where their roots come from. So me being devil's advocate, they know that they're black by nature, and that N-word they're allowed to say it because they know they're black by nature.
Right.
The opposite is them taking away and
that's
white.
Right.
That's
what I meant. Like you understand, as far as like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and stuff like that, the ones that know that you are not a Spaniard. You understand that you do have some black in you, and as long as you don't switch up also, because some switch up for the convenience where you understand if a certain group is in there, it's more accepted
to make them comfortable so they can fit into society.
They'll go that way. But the ones that's like, yo, like me, like you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, this is what it is. And if you call me a nigga, they gonna say,
I agree. Yep, I agree. I have to be. I don't use that word a lot. I have to be like heated or something to use that word. I don't know, but it's just like I don't care about my people saying it. My people can say it all they want, just because I don't use that word freely. But no other race say it. I don't care who you say.
I use the word, but I don't use the word in a hate, like I don't use it out of anger. Like, my nigga, like you understand what I'm saying? Like it's a term of endearment for me. I don't use it as much as I used to. Like I try to say ninja and nigga or whatever stuff, but I've never got mad at anyone and like you're a nigga. Like you understand? Like that's never like happened. Like I'll call you a whole bunch of other things, but I've never been. Like,
it's not an ER. It's not.
In my opinion, I don't feel like Cardi B get a pass.
She does not get a pass. No, she does not. I thought the girl was black. I thought she was black. Something.
Okay, get a pass, but she does. She shouldn't, but she does.
She not if that was my homegirl, like if that was my homegirl, that would be the homegirl. I'd be like, bitch, nah, girl, nah.
Right. Let's not forget that she is married to a black man and she has a black daughter.
But even before that, as well. Like she's blacker than some people that's black though. I'm not trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think she should have a pass either. I really don't think. I think if you're gonna say one person can't do it, it has to be the same across the board.
It does.
However, her peoples, and we ain't her peoples. We're talking about her peoples are giving her a pass.
A pass to do it. That's why I said they the ones I feel like is making it okay for her friends and her family, her husband and all that. Like this nigga, I love that black dick and all that. Like all of that, girl. I don't like that. That's just me.
It's weird. It's creepy. It's weird. It's creepy. It's weird.
As in, you see, I see it how a lot of people say how white men used to look at black women like that's a surprise to you or something like, yeah, I got this black man. How the Kardashians idolize and prize our black men. To me, that when she's going, yeah, black man, my nigga.
Yeah, that's a little much. Where if you feel like you got black in you, you don't have to express how much you like black penis. Like I love my husband. I just love black penis. Like you say, because I'm black. So that is a little much. You feel me? So that's where it kind of makes it like, do you really feel that you're black? You understand?
Okay,
Like, if you need to express.
Can we pause real quick? And
you be pausing the heck out of us.
I do because we acknowledge each other because we're siblings across the board. So, Ange and Ms., how are y'all doing?
How?
Ange, like, what?
Because we all talking. And we got cola, we got 42, we got me, and I'm like, you just trying to be, understanding.
I'm about to take these cameras out because this is an accident waiting to happen.
One more question I have for you, Sunil, and then we're gonna move on to Ashanti and Keyshia Cole. Brandy want to know: is it okay for a bisexual or gay woman to use the F word?
I don't like that word.
Hell no, I don't. No.
I think they feel about it the same way we feel about the N word. I think they use it the same. I think that they feel it's okay to say that.
Yeah,
like it's like the N word, like the ER, like faggot is like ER, like a white person saying you nigger. Like you understand other gay people when they
don't do that.
It's
that
like
F word will allow me to square up with you. So you know what? If you know what the F word is, allow me to square up with you.
I think it's disrespectful too because you already know the person's sexuality. So why would you disrespect them in their face by saying that word?
Right.
Whenever I hear,
I think if they want to disrespect them, so if knock a few bucks. So if somebody want to say it, like you want to get the shit slapped out, basically. Y'all be ready, like faggot, like right after, like it's not gonna be flowers and candy. It's not.
You're not going to walk away from me by saying that word. You should receive. You should expect a fist. If you're bold enough to be that brazen, then you should be bold enough to receive the fist.
And then the funny thing about it is that these people that are hyper macho and stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all a nice little funny story. R.I.P. to my uncle. But my uncle, I got 2 gay uncles. One of them, he's like he's kind of like Sir Neil. He reminds me of him. Where he's gay, but he's still like he's not flamboyant. You understand? My other uncle was really flamboyant. Like he was into like makeup. He was really into all that stuff. So this guy that lived next door to my grandmother or whatever stuff, he just came home from jail, real swole jail thing or whatever. He used to always bother my uncle, the flamboyant one. I guess he felt because he was gay, like he could beat him up or whatever, right? So one day my uncle was going to one of them balls. I don't know if you know about the balls. He was dressed up, had some shoes or whatever and stuff. That dude tried that faggot shit or whatever and stuff. My uncle kicked his ass in them fucking heels. He beat the fuck out of him with heels and makeup on, where it was like, you should have let him go past because now the rest of your friends is looking at you all crazy in the face because you got beat up by a faggot, as you say.
Whoop your ass in some heels. That's what
Brandy, I feel like just like the N word, they can say the F word to themselves all they want. But I don't feel like other people should be allowed to say it to them. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Yeah, no, you're right. Just like if
I think that's how they feel too. They don't want no one else saying that F word to them, but they'll say it to each other. And I can dig it.
It's just like if I was to use the B word.
You do.
I do. But if me telling you my bitch, and then me calling you a bitch is different. Me telling you my bitch, and then me calling you a bitch to offend you is completely different.
And so, the difference because you can feel the heat behind the B.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I should receive just like the F word and just like the B word. So if you call me the F word, I am expecting
Be ready to catch the
Well, I just know you better not call me no bitch.
We don't want
why would I do so?
Queen Latifah on you, bro. Like, who you calling a bitch?
Who you calling a bitch? You NITY? But because I'm not gonna call you that because you're not a bitch. I mean, come on. The fuck? Yeah, I would expect you I would respect you more to
I'm
put
just
you
messing with you, sir.
I know, and I'm fucking with you. A beautiful face.
Okay, yeah. So we gonna move on to Ashanti versus Keyshia Cole versus battle. That battle came on the day before yesterday. Now it's a month late. It was supposed to have aired
in
a
December.
month ago. They had to reschedule the first time because Ashanti caught the Rona. The second time, I don't know exactly what happened, but they rescheduled it again. This time, it was supposed to have came on at 7. Waiting. Ashanti came on, what was it? Probably about an hour almost late. And Ashanti tried to entertain the crowd and keep everybody, engaged until Keyshia Cole showed up. Now, when Mama Cole showed up, baby came in like Earth, Wind, and Fire. She came in like a motherfucking wrecking ball. She came in with a whole. She sat down and immediately started rushing everybody.
Was set up for failure from the beginning.
It was an hour and 20 minutes late. Now, even Swiss Beats was in the comments and he was saying, like, this is disrespectful. I can't even lie. I seen Tamar Braxton in the comments. She was like, all right, I love y'all, but what we doing? I was in the comments like, okay, I don't wait all that shit. And I'm on my second wine cooler. What is we doing?
They did. I don't think that they had any. They didn't want them to have the respectful verses. It was a Thursday. It was a Thursday.
A whole month to get the shit right. You had a month, 2 cancellations, a month to get it right. Now, apparently, Keyshia Cole, she was there. She gave this, when I went to excuse, she gave this explanation as to why she was late. But she said that she was off camera, that they were trying to get her camera right. They were trying to get the sound right.
They said the internet was messed up too.
Yeah, she was saying that OT Genesis had to help with the internet connection and all that stuff. Child, the shit was ghetto. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. It was.
The part that took me out with Ashanti, nice.
I came on the live, right? And I was like, I know everybody would talk about it when I was at work. So I said, okay, let me watch it now because we don't go talk about it. I sat through that thing and I said, what is this hot mess? Brandy, like, what is this? First of all, she came in and she said, oh, let's get ready to go. Let's the music. And I said, okay.
Miss, she was big mad. She was mad. And nobody know why she was mad.
She was like, the Rock is not paying me. And the cute little Ashanti was like, I don't know about you, but I'm being paid. She probably
and another thing is like the sound. It's like this music was going in and out. They were trying to sing. You can't hear it. All you hear Keyshia Cole.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure when I was watching. I was like, why is she not singing her song? Why is she lip syncing?
You can't hear her. So I was like, what is going on? It was like in and out. And it was like crazy. It was crazy. And the songs they selected was nice. They were bouncing back and forth. I was jamming them with the songs, but I said you couldn't really hear. And it was like Frankie. I was like, hold up. And did Apple supposed to pick
up? We can't blame Frankie. Exactly, yeah.
What happened with the sound tech? I don't know.
I don't know what was going on with it. It felt very Teddy Riley, Babyface.
Yeah, like early verses.
Yeah, very much Momo.
Yeah, when Ashanti would when they were both trying to sing along with each other, their sound wasn't mixing with each other, so it was like it was a delay. Hey, Tito, what's going on, boo? What's going on, Tito? But
we have better Wi-Fi in our houses than they had on the Verzuz.
Yeah,
I'm like, was these niggas using AOL dial-up? Like, what the hell was going on?
Because when Verzuz started, it was like that. It was the connection. And then after a while, it got better because Apple's Music picked it up as a contract. So it was like, okay, they was in the studio. It was good sound, everything. But now when we go like Ashanti got the COVID, I said, okay, maybe that's separated in different rooms. It's like that. But it still kind of got better. It should still be right because they picked it up and they were getting better. It looked like with the first verses, like when, what was it? When Nelly and them did it, when the Airwell did it.
Yeah.
It was professional.
It could have got better with that.
And out of anybody, this is the backside. Keyshia Cole owns the rights to her music. Ashanti only owns half of her music. So she had to get permission to play her music. So why did Keyshia Cole come up with such an attitude and not have so much respect for herself. It was classless. It was kind of how everybody said like she has an attitude. Keyshia Cole has an attitude. She's this person. She just proved everybody's point.
That I was getting irritated too, Vanity, because I was ready to go to bed after a while. I was ready to, because I was wanting to jam, and then plus, like I said, I had went through my snacks. I was on my second drink. I was like,
and I was like, oh my gosh.
The forefront, by the time they come, bitch, I'm gonna be good and saucy, and I'm gonna be
popcorn gone. Popcorn is gone.
You're gonna be into it.
Okay, Sour Patch Kids are gone. Wine cooler is gone. Like we on the caramel popcorn next, but that's about to be gone. Like I was getting real irritated. Another thing that irritated me is not even 30, 40 minutes in, you bitches want to take a break. Take a break. Why? Waiting for an hour and 20 minutes for your monkey ass even got there. Now you want to take a break.
She kept getting up and walking away. How rude. Getting up and walking away.
When she went on live, she did apologize. She said that she recognized that the fans just wanted her to sit her ass down and girl. But girl, when you get to drinking and you got to pee, and what's going on, and child,
to say excuse me. You're allowed to say excuse me. I'm gonna go pee, and I will be back.
Be right back.
That's how she was getting up. She was getting another drink. I said, Keyshia, you gotta calm down. Like, what you doing, girl? Like, come on, sit down.
What was she doing, man?
She was nervous too. She said she was nervous.
She was nervous.
You said that. But I don't know.
She said she was nervous, and you could see she was a little nervous. I could see that from her. The vocals, though, I will say, even though Keyshia was pitchy here and there, Keyshia still sounded good. I think Ashanti sounded really good. I was singing right along with them. I was feeling it. Let's bring it back to J-Lo real quick. Why did Ashanti throw in our face that
leave J-Lo out of this? We don't want to talk about J-Lo.
We got to though.
I didn't even know she wrote that song. I was like, why are they singing the J-Lo song? I was sitting here confused.
I didn't get that either. And she was like, I wrote that song. Ashanti wanted to let you bitches know, look, J-Lo might have performed it for you, but I wrote it though. Let's not act like Ashanti wasn't out here writing for the girls now. Ashanti was writing. She wants to let y'all hoes know. Look here, I wrote that song that J-Lo performed. But still, I didn't do it.
And she did. And she did that. We need to give Ashanti her medal of approval for writing for a lot of people that she shut the fuck up and it was like pushed under the rug. Ashanti wrote for a lot of people.
She did.
I wish it was a better experience, Vanity, because I was wanting, had they both started on time, they would not have had to rush through the songs the way that they did. Because you could even see the look on their face when they were singing some of their songs. They was like, oh, okay, we're going to go to the bridge already. It's like, yeah, because we were an hour and 20 minutes late.
But they said they rushed it, Auntie. Like, okay, we understand. We love Keyshia Cole because we all ratchet. And as classy as we are, we understand that we're ratchet as fuck. That's why we love Keyshia Cole. Ashanti had much more class in the situation.
She did.
Yeah, she said that.
She did.
She had way more class than Keyshia
But
Cole.
they carry themselves that way in just general. So we see Keyshia being ratchet. She's grown up a lot. She has grown up a lot, but we're used to her being a little bit more ratchet, and we're used to seeing Ashanti more like a princess, which is what they considered her when she was in Murder Inc. So they just carry themselves that way anyway.
Yeah.
Basically.
Who, Toni Braxton and who though?
Mary J. I think.
Who?
Braxton and Mary J. Blige was gonna be next.
Okay.
Now, Blige would whoop Toni Braxton.
I don't
know.
I don't think that's good.
I don't think that'd be a fair one. But that is.
I don't think that would be fair because Toni Braxton and Mary J. Blige, them are two totally different ones.
Different, yeah. But that's
two different vibes. Yeah,
two different vibes.
The versus battle is us when we grew up. All the people that we went through the shit. It's us seeing that we saw people that we thought they had beef together, but they came together at a meeting of the minds. So Tony Braxton,
Yeah, they
Mariah
really didn't
Carey
have
makes
beef.
no sense.
Right. Yeah.
Mary
Yeah.
more crunk. Mary is more crunk. Mary is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Matter
no
of
sense.
fact, I don't want Mary to do a versus. She could just do a concert for me, and
She
I'd be
just
by
Yeah,
herself.
play
By
her
herself.
role on Power.
She can verse herself. She can verse herself.
she can verse herself. I'll be okay with that.
Yeah. Timberland and Jermaine Dupri, that would be a good matchup right there.
They had a lot
It's
of
just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just like people want Little Kim and Foxy Brown to do it. No, they can verse
No,
themselves.
they just need to
No,
knock
no,
that
it would ruin it for me. Yeah.
Yep, it would. It would ruin it. It would just fuck it up more.
that one out. Did y'all see when OT Genesis came out and when Keyshia Cole was singing Love? Now y'all see Keyshia Cole's sister Elite. She went on her live and she was pissed off about that because y'all know OT Genesis and Keyshia Cole, they had back in the day. OT Genesis had made some remarks about selling crack to Keyshia Cole's mama. Well, Keyshia Cole and him have worked out that, you know, they're cool or whatever now, where her sister Elite went online and she was not happy about that at all. And Keyshia Cole actually mentioned that when she went live and was giving an explanation as to, you know, why she was late and this, that, and the other. Well, she didn't really get into that, you know, about them making up. But she did say, I understand some people feel how they feel, whatever, you know, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, that's what she
I didn't see the whole.
there.
Yeah, why was he there?
I don't know.
Why was he there? Exactly.
That was cut off. I don't know why he was singing. I don't know what was that. And I
They
was
said he fixed the internet though, but still.
But still,
Is he a cable technician? Like, what the
I
hell?
don't think that's why he
Like,
was
you know about
there.
the internet. How are you gonna fix that? Like, I don't understand that. Because the last thing I like, what y'all talking about, I remember Neffy and him going and calling Neffy all type of whatever monkeys and shit. You understand? Like, it was real drama.
Exactly. You called her. He called her a monkey. He's disrespectful. How do you approach someone to be so disrespectful in the
And
crowd?
he went in and used his social, because even though Neffy is Keyshia Cole's sister, like she has a social media presence, but he has more of a presence where it was like he was posting pictures of her. He was doing wild stuff when they
wow.
I
didn't know he did all that. I just know that.
What? I'm trying to figure out why nobody put the fist in his face.
That damn OT Genesis is a wild ass crip nigga.
For real.
Now he is.
That nigga gay.
He got in them little interviewers. It was these two little young interviewers because No Jumper be getting the hot little mommies or whatever to come up and act like they could interview like Selena Powell. He's controversial like that. But that one tried to tell him that she would put him in the dirt if it was about media stuff. He got super serious. He was like, "Baby girl, you don't know me like that. Like, I'll have somebody waiting outside the studio."
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
he threatened her life. He veilingly threatened her life.
I would say they were my second. Erykah Badu and Jill Scott was my first.
Yeah,
that was my number one.
Ooh, that would be nice. That would actually be nice. That would, we can sit down and enjoy that. I think we can sit down and enjoy that.
Yeah.
They already had it. They did it already.
That's what I would watch over and over again.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
And it ain't no winner in one. We just
Yeah,
had
no, but they did it. Theirs were just. It was just beautiful, and they even said there's no competition. We just enjoying each other.
Yeah.
You know, so it was
another
great.
confusion too. That would be funny. Why the hell was Dionne Warwick there? Like, I like her. She could sing.
Oh yeah, I wanted to know that too. Why was she there?
I'd have been funny if I was Dionne. Like, I'm a legend too. What am I here for? I can't.
Dionne said shit.
Right.
Yeah, the versus battle is supposed to be therapeutic.
Yeah.
The Brandy and Monica was good too, even though that one was weird. I still enjoyed the music of it too. I enjoyed the vibe of that one too.
It was still therapeutic though.
The next one was good.
Snoop and DMX. That's a bad match.
Jeezy and Gucci, I was scared for that Verzuz.
I want to go.
I knew somebody was going to get shot. I was like, Lord,
but yeah, who's gonna shoot first? Who's gonna shoot first?
Right.
Exactly. Who's gonna shoot first? Who's gonna shoot first?
Was ready. Gucci was ready.
The whole entourage. Jeezy was there by himself. I was scared for Jeezy. I said, Jeezy, why the hell you up here like that? No, you tried to have this man killed. Is you crazy? Are you crazy?
Everybody had one in the clip and they was ready. Clock.
Shut up.
Yeah, E40 is too short. Proper days, child. When we used to sneak and drink St. Ives when we was under 21. Out there in the club.
No, there's a difference between West Coast niggas. They know how they have their problems. West Coast, we have our problems, but we know how to respect family and home. But them East Coast niggas, they about to kill everybody.
Yeah. In the house, they spraying the house up like we don't give a damn. I don't even
We understand that there's people in the house besides the person you have beef with. But East Coast, they gonna shoot up everybody.
Wake up with they kill a nigga underwear on. They ready to die when they wake up. Goddamn crazy ass niggas there. But other than that, it was a good little versus battle. Eventually, once it got into it, I felt like once it got good, it was already goddamn over with. Keyshia Cole was throwing a little slick shade here and there, as well as Ashanti threw her little slick shade back when she was like, oh, when Keyshia Cole said something about, Ashanti said, shout out to Ciroc and the video. And Keyshia was like, well, Ciroc didn't give me shit. And Ashanti said, well, they gave me one. I was like,
that New York shit, we get cute with the shades though. Like, yeah, girl.
About that. The new songs they play.
Yeah.
I was feeling Ashanti new song, but not Keyshia.
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't know what her song was about. I was Keyshia Cole singing the song. I said, what is it about? Well, Ashanti new song, I like it. It was nice. I
like Ashanti's new song. Yeah, I think Ashanti hasn't came out with a bad song to me, in my opinion. I like all of them.
Like, okay, this was the opportunity for them to drop a song.
Yeah. Didn't they have a song together too? They had a song together.
I don't think so.
And Ashanti didn't sing good neither. I was mad at her for that. That's my song.
But Ashanti did a lot better. I think over time her voice has matured or whatever and stuff. Because when Ashanti first came out, it was like I really wasn't into her like voice that much. I was into the song because it was like stuff, but her voice I wasn't like.
It was a bop because it was a bop. It was you can group to it.
Right, but it was like as far as the level of whatever they call that was people sing good, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
It wasn't there for me or whatever. And then it's like they're both night and day.
Still can't sing though.
Was when I hated a nigga, and Ashanti was when I was just all in love with a nigga. Where it was like, I'm just being honest. Like, you understand Keyshia Cole makes that fuck you nigga music. Like, you understand, like, you a hoe. Nah.
Okay, they do have a song together. I thought so. I knew they had a song.
See, Ashanti does it for me. Keyshia got some good songs, don't get me wrong, but I'm a Ashanti fan. Like, that's my
Ashanti. That's why Keyshia makes
Ashanti. A whole Ashanti album.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Keyshia makes me want to fight. Like, you understand? Like,
Ashanti can't sing.
Right, yeah, like, nigga be married with kids and stuff, and I want to go back to States. Like, this is how you did me. Okay.
And I'm about to punch
it was good, and I'm glad that Ashanti did come. I mean, not Ashanti, Keyshia Cole did come, and she gave an apology, and that, you know, she explained, or at least tried to explain why she was late, because I know everybody, we was all like, bitch, no, you're not going to be an hour and 20 minutes. Come in with a whole ass
with attitude.
But that's because she's matured, because the old Keyshia Cole would have said, fuck all of us.
Yeah. Yes, she would.
So we can't give her nothing else. We gotta give her that. She didn't say fuck all of us. We appreciate you though, Keyshia. Next time, bitch, she's gonna need to be on time though. Move right along from that though. Did y'all see the Salt and Pepper biopic that came on?
Right now.
I didn't get to see all of it.
Y'all listen.
I heard it.
Salt and pepper's here.
Let me just give y'all a rundown of it in case you didn't watch it. Okay, first of all, the shit was 3 hours long.
Wow.
Okay, if you ain't got 3 hours of your life in a row like that to watch that,
3 hours, my nigga. 3 hours. Okay.
Black Panther. It took a long time there. The wigs were horrible. The wigs were absolutely horrible. It told a story that I think some of us already knew. If you're a Salt and Pepper fan, you've been around since they've been out, or you just know, the story of them. What up, Short Buzz? Appreciate you for easy. But we already knew that Herbie was the creator of, Salt and Pepper. He was Salt, which is Cheryl. He was her boyfriend. Now, Salt and Pepper met in college. Now, what I didn't know was that Salt and Pepper, Martin Lawrence, and Kid and Play all worked at the Sears call center together when they was in college. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, they all worked at the Sears call center together. Now, Lifetime movies remind me of bad sci-fi movies, like from the Sci-Fi Channel. Like the acting is always kind of bad. Yeah, it's hit or miss, because y'all know sci-fi movies
have bad ones. A lot of times they got bad ones.
Sci-fi movies are corny and they're cheesy as hell. Attack of the Flying Sharks and shit like that. And so, sci-fi movies are like really corny and cheesy a bit like that. So that's what the movie was like. It was real corny and cheesy. But on Twitter this morning, Ella actually went on Twitter. And she had a whole lot to say because, hey, what's up, boo? But Cinderella, she just recently got fired from Salt and Pepper. In 2019, she got fired. And she was not included in the biopic. Like they didn't ask her.
Are you serious?
She was not included in the biopic.
How did I do that?
30 years that they were a group now. 30 years they were a group. But you don't include Cinderella in the biopic. Now, in the actual movie itself, I want to say.
So, Auntie, you said she wasn't in there at all?
At least include the first Cinderella. Like, you understand? Like,
in the
remember, there's 3 Cinderellas. There was the.
Yeah, in the biopic, they showed a glimpse of the first Cinderella. And then the second Cinderella,
the one that we know, yeah.
There's no backstory on her in this.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. No backstory on her.
Yeah, she
just appeared like she was 16.
Really?
Yeah, she was 16 when she got in the group, and they were basically throwing shade at her then. Like they were like, wait. Like how's she gonna be a DJ? This and the other, yada yada yada. But there's no backstory on her. Like there's a backstory on Cheryl and Sandy, how they became Salt and Pepper, and how they had to deal with the whole issue with their producer Herbie, because Herbie was a fuck boy. He was a fuck boy. He was the one that created the group Salt and Pepper, but he was cheating on Cheryl. He was an asshole to her. He was a shady ass.
But you can tell when they had the Salt and Pepper show that the vibe was never there. Like back in the day, I would have never known. But this shows to show how social media and back in the day is different, where you would never know these things. You would think everybody is just kumbaya and one big happy family because everybody ain't talking. But in the show, I was like, something is.
But no, they really shat on her again in the Lifetime. They shat on her again.
Yep.
They were foul. They were foul for that. They were wrong. They act like she wasn't. She's part of history too.
Yeah. Right.
Part of history.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, she is, and that's not right.
All I know is I've seen the little clips, like the little trailer thing. I think maybe they could have got better actresses because I wasn't getting
okay
at all.
I was gonna say the girl that played Peppa, like I said, both the actress that played Salt and Pep, they were good actresses, but they were not good for the role of Salt and Pepper. One they did not.
They ended up on the
That's like Misty in the Aaliyah movie on Lifetime. They were horrible at when they picked up. I said, "Who the hell is this chick?"
They scrapped the whole Aaliyah movie. The whole Aaliyah movie.
They messed that whole movie up.
All the way up.
They knew they fouled up with the Aaliyah movie. They knew they didn't represent Aaliyah appropriately.
No,
That's
they
why
didn't.
you find it on the internet.
But yeah, supposedly Salt and Pepper, they approved of this biopic. Like they had a hand in this. Queen Latifah was the executive producer, and I want to say Mario Van Peebles was the director of the movie. But it was the actors, like I said, were good, but they were not good for them. The actors that they had play Kid and Play, like they were some for real.
That was their daughters.
Huh?
The Salt and Pepper was Salt and Pepper's daughters.
Oh, really?
That couldn't have been their daughters. They didn't even look like them.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been their daughters.
Was it their daughters?
It's the right way to have a.
Salt and Pepper was their daughters. Are you serious? For real?
No, because I watch.
Because what's her daughter's name is Egypt. Egypt got her regular nose.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say they don't look like them.
Yeah.
What were you saying, baby sis?
Oh, I was saying I watched growing up hip hop Atlanta, and Egypt. Her daughter is on there. That she wasn't one of the girls.
Yeah, Egypt.
Yeah, she wasn't one of the girls on there.
Okay, it doesn't.
Egypt got the regular nose. So before Pep, right? Yeah. Before she got her plastic surgery, she would actually look more like how she naturally did back in those days.
One thing that they did do that I thought was crazy, if somebody had mentioned this in the I was watching Ashley Shaw Miller. I was watching her review for it earlier today. Now, Tretch, I don't like the actor that played Tretch either, because you know Tretch and Pep had a baby together. They were married and all that. The actor that played him, that was horrible acting, horrible casting on that as well. Come on now, Lifetime. Y'all got to do better than that. But even back then, you can see how she's always been like sort of not groupie-ish, but she's always been sort of crazy about men, like being up around them and being in their presence and this, that, and the other. Tretch had a problem with that shit back then. Now, I do remember her saying that he was abusive. I don't know if he was physically abusive, verbally, or what he was, but I do remember her saying he was abusive. And you've seen a little bit of it in the biopic that they did last night. Now, even now on Growing Up Hip Hop, she's still like that now, to where she acts real young. Like, bitch, you in your 50s, but you still act like you're young, and you a teenager, and you a teen bopper, and you all in these young niggas' faces and all of that. That's what I thought was kind of I thought it was just kind of funny how she's acting back then. She's still acting like that now. And but you
that is right. That is right. She's a what do you call she's a cougar.
She a wildcat, goddamn it.
She a wildcat. She a cougar. She's always young ones. And she's a cougar. Comfortably.
Oh, okay. When they first got on and they didn't know what they looked like, so they had the fake Salt and Pepper. Oh, okay. There was a scene in the movie, if y'all haven't seen it, where this guy he's like this shady ass business dude. He takes a picture of them and he goes out to like the showcase and he tries to pass this other group off as Salt and Pepper because they weren't doing any promo of them, so nobody knew who they were. So you saying the girls that played the fake Salt and Pepper was their actual daughters? I need to go back and look at that. I didn't pay attention to that. But yeah, the daughter Egypt is really pretty. But the movie was hit or miss. Like I said, that and then, like I said, I don't like how they didn't give any backstory on Spinderella whatsoever. Like none. And
they need to Lifetime need to stop telling Black stories.
Okay, Tracy.
And including people in and Salt and Pepper were there on the table. They were a part of the whole process. So they had directorial background and stuff like that. If they didn't represent themselves appropriately, that's their fault.
Right.
But you need to stop telling allow Lifetime to tell our Black stories.
But you can't really tell that story right if you don't have all the members there and make it.
That is true.
You only tell it from your own side. You know they had a little kind of with Spinderella. So it's like if you to have Tish You want to do the movie, make the coins, at least count and let her get an insult and something like that. You just can't count her out and have a great movie. And then with Lifetime, sometimes
remember Cinderella took them to court. They're in a whole lawsuit right now. Well, she already
did she won it? She won it, didn't she?
Yeah,
she won it and she's getting another one.
Like you had
she's like coming for her coin. She's like where the money was died. She's like
what was you saying, Missile?
No, I was saying Lifetime is like sometimes it's a hit and miss. Like they have some good movies that was really good, based on celebrities and stuff like that. But sometimes they had good, like the Clark Sisters, that was really good. The TLC thing was good. Who else? I think the New Edition was on BET. I don't think it was. That was so, but you could tell, like I think Lifetime just wanted quick money because a lot of people who consulted, like TLC, they really was about their thing. They said, "Oh, you ain't gonna put out no bad stuff about us." He was left out. I really did on her legacy, so they was really all hands on with the project. So how much hands on with Salt and Pepper is, and they ain't really had Cinderella to make this movie really good. So I guess they said, "Let's do it great, and let's get no money, and that's it." And I ain't like that.
And you know, I don't see why Pep wouldn't want to give Cinderella some money when, bitch, they didn't want to pay your ass when you first got in the group neither. As the movie
come through,
he did not want to give Pep half of the money. Basically, he made it to where basically, you know, me and Salt, since you my girlfriend, me and you gonna split the money, and if you want to, you can split your half with Pep. So that's what Salt was doing. She was splitting her half of the money with Pep because Herbie didn't want to give her ass nothing. So Pep is wrong as hell for cutting Cinderella out. When, bitch, you should know what it's like when they want to cut you out because Herbie didn't want you to have nothing in the beginning. So Pep is wrong for that.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm at this point. I think that they opened themselves up to a can of worms again. Cinderella's about to use that movie as proof and purchase and why she sued them and how they treated her.
Yeah, they were foul. They were foul for that.
They did not have to do that.
She's going to use that whole movie and their explanation against them.
Yeah,
and she should.
She deserves it. Would nobody know who Salt, Pepper, and Cinderella? Goddamn it, they all goddamn go together. That's just what the hell it is. And like I said,
they tried to make her as a liar the whole time that she wasn't telling the truth. They just proved it.
Yeah,
right there.
They just proved what she was. Her being the third party. They just proved what her whole argument was.
Yeah,
that's petty. That's not how you handle something. Even if you don't like somebody, you gotta give them their props. Isn't she like one of the first Black female DJs?
Yes, exactly. It's like you would think, if nothing else, as a group, you would want to wear that badge of honor on you. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
But the New Edition one was my favorite one. I love the New Edition.
Yes.
They focused. They really took their time with that. They really took their craft and said, "No, we're gonna tell the story. We're gonna tell it right." And everybody had part of it. So it's like with this. That's crazy, and that you tell, like TLC, that was good, and like the Clark Sisters, they was good.
The Clark Sisters was good too. Yes,
you could tell who put
and reflection to what Mizzle is saying is because they were a part of the creation of it. How are you going to take Cinderella from her story to tell her story and
that's
where she was, and you robbed her of that?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to do one for her by herself, and she shouldn't mention Salt and Pepper.
Yeah. You know what? Just how Lisa did hers because she wasn't included in the NWA movie. She should go ahead and do her own little biopic. Goddamn, that's really story. Her own little biopic. Shoot, I showed. That leads me into the last thing that I want to talk about. Wendy Williams. Now y'all know Wendy Williams. Her biopic is coming on next week, baby. That's going to be a whole key.
Lifetime show.
That's going to be a whole. But Wendy Williams actually produced this her own biopic. She had a hand in this. So this one is gonna be good. And she's also doing like a little tell-all thing afterwards. So y'all make sure that y'all watch that because we're gonna be talking about that next week. So Wendy Williams that got into it with her brother. Y'all see her brother done went and told all the family business.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel, and he went on his YouTube channel. Hey, Gemini. He went on his YouTube channel and basically put Wendy on blast and said that she didn't show up to the mother's funeral. Wendy did say that she was at the wake, and the brother said that she was at the wake as well, but Wendy didn't come to the actual funeral itself. Everybody grieves differently. Nobody knows what nobody goes through when they're grieving. Now,
yo, Auntie Momo, Auntie, okay, her brother.
Hold on, that's a static sound. Y'all hear that?
She's a cancer, and she keeps the shit in.
Yeah,
but she had to come out and say that her brother had a fist
Hold
fight
on.
at their mother's funeral.
It's a static sound. Y'all hear that static?
Yeah, somebody's eating chips.
Is somebody eating or what? Hold on, let me see who is that.
Shut up, Miz.
I don't know what that is.
Somebody eating pork rinds.
Somebody eating pork rinds.
I'm being.
I was baby sisters. I had to mute baby sis. It's baby sis. Baby sis, mute your thing. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Remember, Wendy Williams came out and she's so private. Is that an echo?
Echo.
You say what?
There's an echo now.
I don't hear an echo now.
Nevertheless, she was making it clear that her brother got into a fist fight at her mother's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want that to come out. She didn't want that to be explained. But she had, after he attacked her, and we also have to understand that he has a whole YouTube channel where he gets on the YouTube channel and talks shit about his sister.
Yeah.
He has and we're just discovering it now, but he's had the YouTube channel for years. And he just brings up her name and he talks off her back.
He does. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel. Not until
the reason why she called him gay, because she knew he was.
Y'all see the way she did that? Now Wendy is shady. Wendy is shady boots. The way she did that, you could read between those lines the way she was saying. She was like, "Oh, by the way, do you like my dress? Such and such would like a dress like this." I forgot what her brother's name is. She's like, "Yeah, he would like a dress like that." Like, Wendy, now, girl, we already know you, Wendy. We know when you get shady.
Exactly.
I just feel like sisters, and this is a family, it's a serious, like a sensitive topic. Why would they go on? Wendy is a social media platform, and she's a face. But why would they go on something like such like a family thing and death? It's like that. That's like and the fact that they're going backwards and forth with each other and mention that, it was like ridiculous. Whether she was at the funeral or not, it should be nobody's business. Whatever. Maybe she didn't want to go because she saw the body already. She didn't want to go to the funeral, and some people grieve the way. But he
can be as emboldened as you want to. But the point that you came on talking about your sister and you negated the point that you fought somebody at your mom's funeral and you brought up your sister's behavior is foolish as fuck.
Yeah,
you said everything about your sister, but you didn't tell anybody that you was trying to fight your fucking nephew.
That's too much. I was like, come on.
Yeah. And you can tell, I mean, that's only what a guilty person gonna do anyway. You deflecting. I'm gonna make sure to tell everything else that you goddamn did. I'm gonna leave out everything I did, but I'm gonna make sure I tell everything that you goddamn did. But you left out the most important part, that your ass out here finna lay paws and get paws laid on you at a damn funeral, nigga. Really?
A funeral, you grown ass man.
Tommy, that's the brother's name, Tommy. I couldn't think of his name for shit. Tommy. Well, her biopic is coming on next weekend. Like I said, y'all make sure that y'all watch that because we're talking about that, and that's gonna be a good enough week.
So do we call it a biopic or the biopic because they're using terminology?
I don't know. I call it a biopic. I don't know what
biopic.
I don't know.
It's a fucking TV show.
She talks crap about. Yes. Now, you know what? And like a lot of people are saying that this is Wendy Williams. Basically, this is her karma coming back to her because she has talked so much crap about people. But y'all, Wendy was the first, to my knowledge, to now y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't she like the first ever person in the Black community to actually give us tea and stuff like that? I don't remember nobody. Like, I don't remember Jet Magazine and Essence getting to know good tea and nothing like that. Like, Wendy was the one that was coming and letting us know everything. So y'all gotta give Wendy her props. She's crazy.
Yeah, so we have to go back. We have to go back to Source Magazine. We have to go back to XXL Magazine. We have to go back to Ozone Magazine.
Was that before or after Wendy Williams? Was that before or after Wendy?
No, she was before those things. But remember, we used to have the Source Magazine, the Ozone, the XXL, and so on and so forth. Right. So the whole dialogue was in between that. And we still listen to radio before, what is it? Everybody has motherfucking podcasts and stuff right now. Everybody has a, what's the word? No, that was what do people call themselves when they on the fucking shit?
Oh, what?
What is it?
I don't know. What you talking about?
Yeah, what's
podcast and shit like that.
Oh.
So before podcasts and shit like that, before everybody had they had their identity on.
Yeah.
It was the magazine. We used to read. We read magazine, and Wendy was there in the conversation. Her being on the radio is everybody now being on the motherfucking. I got a iCloud. I have a fucking
right. What are we doing?
But before that, it was the radio. It was just like tuning in to 98.3 or whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
It's a bad situation between the brother and sister because death sometimes brings out the worst of people. And it's like those two, they should, even though she's a big platform, they should have just had that out of people's eyes and stuff like that. That's the sacred. You don't want to have that. Then now your mother's in the grave. She turning and turning. She can't sleep well. She can't rest well because her two children is arguing back and forth with pettiness. Whether she was not there, whether you fighting. I said that is wrong. That is wrong. And I was saying
it's wrong. It is wrong. I agree with that. And I don't feel that the brother, he did that, in my opinion, he did that straight for attention. If he had a problem with her, he should have reached out to her personally.
What about the father? Like, you get what I'm saying? Where it's like he got to be alive and deal with this bullshit with his two only children. Just lost his wife.
No, there's three of them. There's three children. Of them.
I didn't even know. See, I guess that's the cloud change. Because to be honest, he had a damn brother until this shit. Okay, so I guess it was a cloud change. You know,
karma. A little bit of karma.
I guess so.
I'm not about to get on no fucking internet and talk about my sister and climb up her back. Everybody look at me. Nope.
Yeah.
Wendy, I feel bad for Wendy. And like Tracy was saying, she's gonna get into talking about her drug use and all that. I want to hear about all that. Just because Wendy tells everybody else's business, but now we get to see a look at her and a glimpse into her life and everything that she went through. And I'm ready to see this little old biopic. Hell, I might even do it.
You know what though? I don't know if she can handle it because remember how she handled the news about her husband having that baby? She didn't handle that. So can you imagine if like all her stuff came flood now?
But she supposedly has something to do with the biopic. So it's not like how somebody else. That's her biopic. So I don't. I think she's gonna have a little more. yeah, she, you know, maybe it'll make her go back in time, seeing it played out or something. But she did it basically. It's not like these other biopics where it's like it's hearsay from the other people or the people that was around, not the actual people that was in the midst of it. She has total control over it.
Okay, so then we might not see anything about the new baby.
Probably.
I don't know.
We never know, but I doubt that. I doubt it. I doubt it's clear she don't give a good goddamn about the baby. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
but you do know that she shows there's a clip in the movie where she actually went and followed the mistress, like she was getting ready to confront her.
What?
She showed where she went and
had a lot of mistresses. She's been a hoe. So
no, yeah, she said that he was a serial cheater.
Yeah,
cheated like the whole time, but that's her fault as well. So if you knew this nigga was a whole cheater, a dirtbag, and you stayed with him,
Tracy, she said
it's kind of your fault.
Okay. So Tracy said she put it in there.
Yeah, they were showing a lot of
y'all remember? I forgot what song he did, but she was talking about she got raped by what's this man named Sir something. Sir.
Oh yeah, and then wait,
yeah.
And then his wife came out and like tried to rebuke it, like why so long? But he had 2 other rape allegations.
Oh wow!
By who?
Surik. What's the song? Like he was big, like the late.
I don't even know. I was like, I don't even know who the fuck he is.
Hold on, I'm about to Google the song because it's like it was like before my time, kind of. But it's like he has one of them songs that we've all heard. Matter of fact. That song,
it's like Return of the Mac. Oh yeah,
he did that, but there's another like he's a love crooner, and he had a long like rat tail. You know how when them rat tails in fashion?
Oh,
yeah. So,
but if 3 women are saying that you raped them, and you want everybody to believe you, no, nigga, you're a rapist.
We gonna see, child. I want to see everything that she got to say in this little while.
So when it's coming out next Friday or?
It's next week Saturday, I believe. Next week Saturday.
It's at the end of January.
January 30th. And this one is January 30th. So whatever day January 30th is. I want to say this on a Saturday.
It is a Saturday. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and not to mention is that the point that Wendy is going to bring up is going to bring a lot of skeletons out of the closet, and it's just going to be a reckoning for a lot of people. How about that? Here you go.
That now, so I'm gonna forget it.
Well, I will damn sure be here for it. She's good at giving us everybody else's tea. What's your tea, Wendy?
I'm gonna need to see all her tea.
I'm gonna need to see all the tea. Pull it up. I'm ready. I got my Coda James custom original ready.
He wrote a song called Just Call. Like he was somebody back in the like 87 or whatever. Like,
see, we don't even know who he is. He was like, we don't even know who he is. Who the fuck is he?
I just know when I was looking up the thing and they said that he wrote the song in the last jacket, Sukiyaki Yak Too. It's talking to me, I'm talking to you.
Yes, bro. We're here every Sunday at 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Every Sunday we're
here. There. Wait, okay, this is my side. This is the left side of my brain. I wonder if Wendy is going to talk about Funk Flex in her biopic.
Did she? I want to know if she's gonna talk about Charlemagne. Did her and Charlemagne really mess around?
Exactly.
And you know, Eric B. That's the thing that's gonna be funny. Even though Wendy does tell people business, I think because her mouth is so big on her own business too, in a way, like because she used to talk too much. That's like all the drug addiction stuff we know about. We know about her being a hoe for Eric's Rakim. Eric Sermon, Rakim.
Eric Sermon, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like we know a lot. So that's why she feels comfortable to just talk shit. I don't know, because she talked too damn much, just period. So I don't know what's gonna be new. It's just gonna be cool for me to see it played out, like what I imagine, so I could see.
No, and just like you said, she
is Third Ward
back in the day, bro.
Third Ward. Yeah, she did a lot. Like, you understand? So it's like,
can we trust Miss Wendy to be transparent? As transparent as Wendy Williams is going to be. I think she will be. Of course, we're not going to get all the tea, but I do think that she is going to give us a good little amount.
May not be transparent about is the new shit, like the whole baby stuff. Do you understand how it came
well,
about?
You know, there was she released a statement. Somebody had asked her, was she ever going to meet the little girl, and she said she doesn't want to know her. Right. Which I wouldn't want
her child though. Why would she want to child either?
Why would I want to be
that? You can't really blame her. You can't really blame her.
You can't.
Not her daughter. I wouldn't. I ain't mad at you for that. I wouldn't want to meet that child either.
Want to meet the child and they not together. They not together. She ain't
exactly. That's not her baby.
Right. Right.
Unfortunately, that baby represents the real demise, because we know that Wendy was on the rocks, but she didn't expose
that deep. Yeah, exactly.
We know that Wendy had a
cheating is messed up, but when you you cheated with,
yeah,
coming back from that.
We don't do drugs. She did drugs.
Sir Neil's so silly.
No, I'm serious. She did drugs. We don't do drugs. So she had a problem. What is it? What do they call it? Nose candy?
Yeah, cocaine.
Yes. Sugar.
Let's say cocaine.
Sugar.
Okay, but so there was a long part of her life where she wasn't rational in her brain.
No, that's the word on the street is because she said that supposedly, because Kevin came to the funeral, supposedly her brother popped on one of the young family members, and here come Kevin the night and shot his mama, and then they all went out for a little family dinner. Like, fuck that bullshit. If it's over and over, ain't no family dinner. Thank you for showing respect to my mother and whatnot. I respect you for that. But we don't need to have no fake family dinner with little Kevin. None of that. Yes.
Kevin ain't little. So no, but we can move on.
Yeah, you give it exactly. He's grown now, and he watched you disrespect his damn mother. Like, I don't think he really wanted to sit and have that little dinner. She tried to say that's what Kevin was. I doubt
that. Didn't he punch his daddy and end up in jail?
Yeah, he almost knocked the damn coffin over with their mother in it, acting a damn fucking fool.
Oh, you talking about at the funeral? I'm talking about.
No, at the funeral. Yes, they fought at the funeral, and yes, little Kevin already fought his dad and squared up with him for disrespecting his mom.
He had
to the mom's funeral and fought
Oh my God! So he did it again. He mad at his daddy. That's the second time.
That's the last time. That's the last time.
Family and came and fucked up the damn candy. I said fucked up the candy. Fucked up the damn family. I see Rose candy. In Texas, we call it booger sugar.
Booger sugar. Only thing I smoke is marijuana.
Okay, come on now. Let the church say amen. Anyway, that's all I had, y'all. Y'all don't forget, we got to watch this weekend so we can keep hearing about this next weekend, y'all. Did y'all have anything else that y'all wanted to bring to the table?
I saw on Twitter a little bit, like, Michelle Williams, the third part of Destiny Child, right? So somebody said that on Instagram that, well, Michelle, you need to have a child, so like that. You ain't doing nothing. You need to have a kid. Stuff. And she said, she clapped that very classy. She said, first of all, you had no right to be talk about that issue and talk about what about a woman can't have children? What about you don't want children? So you just stay in your lane and get out of my business or like that. And everybody's clapping. I was like, go ahead, Michelle. I said, first of all, it was a guy who said that too on her post. So I was like, why do you feel the need to tell Michelle she needs to have a child? What was the point?
I can't stand that. I can't stand when people say that. You know what? When me and my husband were together, when I was in my 20s, period, people would say to me all the time, you should have a baby. Why you ain't have no baby? Why don't you get married? That's offensive to some women. That's very offensive for you to say that because you don't know what.
That's very intrusive. It's very intrusive.
Why don't you have a baby or why don't you have another baby? It's like, first of all, you don't know what it took for me to have my child that I have now. Okay, I had to go through some miscarriages to have him. So for you to For some women, that's offensive. And I'm one of them women that offends me. Like, why don't you have more kids? You should get married. You don't know what people go through. You don't know. So people should shut.
You got women who can't have kids. You got women who don't want kids. You got some who don't want to have them out of wedlock, so they waiting on the husband. And you gotta wait for that. You can't just create it. So yeah, you can't do that.
I found the post. So
why are you telling?
So somebody said, Michelle, I love you, but you need some children. You are.
I know that's right, third world.
She said, you're an idiot. He said, wow, that's uncalled for. Thank you. She said, no, what's uncalled for is you telling a woman that she needs to have children. What if a woman can't have children? What if a woman doesn't want children? Watch your mouth and fingers. Don't ever let you come out your mouth with your fingers in the comment section and it got to anybody.
Oh, not the fingers.
Many people need to stay out of women's universe.
Why does she still why say that to her?
I will never forget that. I don't know why he's cool to have children. I was like that. Why?
Not the fingers. She said,
and a man on top of that, boy, a man of all people, you didn't shut your goddamn mouth about that.
Exactly.
Right.
Shut up, sit down, have several goddamn.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Not you, not y'all, but he needs to shut the fuck up.
He do. Soon as you can spit a baby out your goddamn yo pee.
Out your balls or out your asshole.
Hell, carry one, let alone give birth to it.
Okay. Go through 9 months of it. Go through 9 months of it. And birth a human in your own fucking stomach.
It's
asshole.
10 months.
Carry it.
Technically 10 months. So
10 months. And then it's goddamn 10 months.
See, this is what I'm so glad, thank you, Jesus, for blessing me the way that I am. Because it's the understanding. There's an understanding of me appreciating women without wanting to do and appreciating and understanding.
Oh, it is.
I'm sorry that y'all. I'm sorry y'all deal with them creatures.
They can't even handle period cramps. You show right, Delilah.
For him to come out.
It's always a goddamn man coming out of his mouth saying something stupid about
out the side of his mouth, like my grandpa was out the side of his mouth, talking out the side of his mouth.
Before we get off of here, I just gotta vent to y'all. Can I vent to y'all for a second? I gotta vent to y'all about this. Okay, so my job is now enforcing that we have the Rona vaccine.
No.
About that.
Okay, I thought I was gonna have to square up. I was gonna have to come to Texas and fight everybody. But go ahead.
It's all good, but how do y'all feel about jobs now basically making this be a requirement that you have this Rona vaccine?
I don't like it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like some
everybody has their own person. Your
profession and directing people and stuff like that. So I guess I understand why they asking, but to make it mandatory, I don't know. It's tough because I know like nurses and doctors that have to get it.
I don't know
because they're working with people, but I don't know. It should be a choice.
It's messed up, but you know we live in a capitalist society, unfortunately. So the higher ups, they don't give a damn about what we feel. They give a damn about the bottom line. You feel me? So it's like they don't care about us personally. They care about how much money can we generate for them to be richer than us. So in their mind, they're making it mandatory so that they know that it's less out of work days. You get what I'm saying? It's not right.
I'll do it, Mama.
But that's where they thinking about it. They're not thinking about us as individuals. They're thinking, like I said, to them.
In our individual professions, you protect yourself the way you need to protect yourself in your household, but it's an individual view. So
and then you got go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Since you are you work in the field of caring for other people, so I would say take care of yourself first. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, you're allotted and allowed to not feel comfortable with that.
Right.
But I would say, as me being your nephew, I think you should to protect yourself. You in a field.
But this is the thing. To me, I feel like, and my husband even said this, I feel like this vaccine is exposing what people aren't already doing. Now, I've been in the medical field for 20 plus years. For 20 plus years, I've learned you wash your hands constantly before a patient and after a patient. I've learned as soon as you come home from a long day of work, you drop them scrubs at that door, you go get your in that shower. I've learned you can't be too close to somebody's face. If you're talking to somebody, their particles just so happen to have gotten on your face, your arm, or whatnot, you go and you sanitize yourself.
Right.
That down. Behind the patient, you're checking their blood pressure, you sanitize that equipment. Like, this is stuff that you should already be doing.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like
tetherball, tennis.
Wait a minute, Neil, let her finish.
But I feel like it's offensive for somebody to feel like you're putting me at a risk because you're not getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm not putting you at a risk for not getting the vaccine. Were you not already clean? Were you not already washing your hands? Were you not already taking the proper hygiene precautions that you're supposed to take?
They weren't doing it. They weren't doing it, Auntie Mo. They weren't washing their hands before the COVID. They weren't washing their hands. They weren't being sanitary.
But sometimes it's a little more than that too. You understand? Like, for instance, like cross-contamination. Sometimes people can accidentally mess themselves up because not trying to be funny. Like, I had the COVID, my husband had the COVID. I was in the house when there's this whole thing. You understand? When I was going to the supermarket or leaving out, I was faced up. I was spraying him with Lysol as soon as he walked in the house. Like, I took all of the precautions and still got the damn thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not so much that people was dirty. You understand? Sometimes people forget. Like, I've always just been a germaphobe before this. So I'm into wiping my phone down. You know, like if I touch something that's a common surface, I'm into that. But sometimes people forget. You get what I'm saying? Like, you might go somewhere and then pick up your phone real quick. It could be an emergency call or something like that. And now you touch your face with it. But that doesn't mean you didn't sanitize. You get what I'm saying? So it could be weird. But it still does not give them the right to have you inject something foreign in your body, because word on the street is it's not just a one shot deal.
No
shots. So why is it that we have to take so many shots of something?
3 shots.
You only take a flu shot once a year. You don't need to go in sessions for a shot. Then they're saying even when you take the shot, you still have to wear a mask and stuff. So what the hell is going on?
Thank you. That's my other thing right there. Why then get the vaccine if you still have to wear the mask?
Right.
If the vaccine is supposed to protect you from getting it, then why are you wearing the mask?
Right. And if you can't get it and you can't give it, exactly, you shouldn't need a mask because it's protecting me from getting it in the.
But they don't know that yet. They don't even know the real results. So they don't know if you could catch it again, if it's gonna cover every strand because it's supposed to be a new strand. But you know what? I just don't like nobody telling me what to do with my body.
Right.
Plain for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
People have allergic reactions to vaccines and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't take flu. The flu shot is common, but some people can die. So who's to say that by you forcing me to take this to feed my family? Because essentially that's what it comes down to. Even though you're a smart woman, says you can find a job anywhere, whatever stuff, but you've already in the hard work with that. You understand? So you're going to take food out my mouth. I got to choose between feeding my family and possibly my body that might react to me 5 years down the line, because they still don't even know what.
Just take a little bit.
What if someone has like a sickle cell anemia or something that is going to what they're regularly dealing with, and you want to give them this new vaccine, but they're already dealing with their sickle cell anemia, their diabetes, whatever it is. But you want to put this into my body and you want me to understand why it's comfortable for you?
And then it could be, Hank Aaron could have died of natural stuff because he's an older man, but they were saying word on the street is he took that vaccine to show us that it wasn't scary. You know, the people of color, you know, if I did it, you can do it. You understand? And died a week later. How do we know that have something to do with it?
Why are these people having seizures after getting the first vaccination?
Because they haven't finished testing it yet. They don't know. It just came out.
And then not only that, I know
anything has glitches. The first of anything. That's like when these new phones come out. They be nice and cute or whatever and stuff, but they have to get all the glitches out. So why wouldn't that be for medication too? Like, you understand? Like, the phones don't get cute until like the second, third edition, where it's like, oh, it's working how it's supposed to be. So why wouldn't medicine be the same? Like, you understand where it's like God take all this time for bullshit. Y'all haven't found
They're rushing it. That's why they're rushing.
Y'all still haven't found a medicine for sickle cell. Y'all still haven't found nothing for cancer. Y'all haven't found nothing for stuff that's been around for centuries or whatever stuff. This shit just popped on the scene last year.
They can't even cure HIV, but she about to cure COVID.
Right.
Wait.
Time for all stuff. And now all of a sudden, that's like how when it first came out, it said, oh, we're not going to get a vaccine until like another 2-3 years. You understand? Boom. What is it? 8 months later, you understand? All these companies is coming out with stuff. And then it's like, it's not even one company that came up with it. Every major medical company came out with these different versions of this said
same thing. Like Johnson & Johnson.
If you want to take
and they're trying to give you a COVID vaccine, awkward.
How do you have versions? You know what I mean? Like, is one of them missing something that the other one
right.
have?
Like, yeah, exactly. This is how, like, when doctors tell you generic medicine is the same as the regular, like, oh, just take the generic. It's the same. Obviously, it's not the same because it's fucking generic. They have to change one ingredient, even if it's changed by a milligram of how much is in it. That's what makes it different. It can't be the same as the patent. It can't be.
Well, as serious as this pandemic is, the vaccines don't need versions. It needs to be one vaccine to deal with the disease, period. I mean, they know this one isn't just like it, or it's the generic brand. Like, I can't do that.
And then it's like, it came too fast. So for me, it's like what she said. The first company that came out and said we making some headway with it, whatever, we needed to just stick with them. If you got Pfizer, got one, freaking someplace in Europe, but all the major medical companies. Look, Johnson & Johnson. We don't know. I don't know Johnson & Johnson for vaccines. I could be wrong. I know them for baby powder and lotion.
No, they are. Johnson & Johnson administrates.
What Renee said?
What happened now?
It says not to prevent it, but if you get it, it won't be as bad.
It won't be as bad, but look at the side effects that it has for not being as bad. Like, who wants to
exactly what I was getting ready to say. I know a few people that have gotten the vaccine and have gotten COVID, and their COVID hasn't been as bad as it could have been. But it does not prevent you from getting the vaccine. What it's supposed to do is supposed to help. So if you do get it, it won't be as bad. Now, the deadline that they're giving us is the deadline they're giving us is up until the 5th. And if you don't get it from the 5th, then that's basically you're giving your resignation.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's not good enough for me, though. If you want me to put this in my body, I'm gonna need it to be foolproof. I just
thank you.
I need to do it. That means I won't get it. And if that is the case, if I found out that that's what this vaccine did, ensured that me and my family would not catch COVID.
No, it does not.
I do it.
It's not.
But no,
it's no different. It's no different from the flu vaccine. The flu vaccine is supposed to help. So if you get the flu, it won't be as bad.
You know, I've never taken a flu vaccine, and I got multiple sclerosis, and I've never taken a flu vaccine, and I've never. I take my little herbs and drink my teas and stuff, and I'm fine. Like, I'm not. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Logically, that gives you. Let's be basic. That gives you hepatitis shot to prevent hepatitis. A, B, or C. You did that shit once. So you're not going to get it anywhere. You're not, because you have the healing factor of it.
Okay, well, go ahead, finish.
So, okay, no, so you're going to tell me you're going to want me to get this COVID vaccine 3 times, but you can give me one shot for the hepatitis in any way, shape, or form. And remember, it's A, B, C, and then I think it's F. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What are you talking about?
What?
I'm talking about you can prevent me from getting hepatitis, but you can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. I'm like, wait. So with the COVID, you get 2 shots. You have to get it in 2 series.
It's or 2.
No, it's 2. It's 2.
It's 2. You have to get 2. You have to get
1 hepatitis shot and it's gone. I'm prevented, but you want me to get 2 COVID shots that you're not aware of.
And then on top of that, who's to say you actually even give me the fucking vaccine? You could be giving me placebo on top of that.
Right.
You could be giving me sugar water. You're not even actually giving me a damn vaccine. My whole thing is I need to feed my family, but I'm against the vaccine. So I'm torn, y'all. I am torn.
So they saying if you don't get it, they say you're going to get fired. That's what they're saying?
Yeah.
If you don't get it,
pray about it.
Your verbal resignation.
Pray about it, Momo. Pray about it. I feel that I feel eventually they're going to mandate everyone to get it. I think that's what they're going towards. Right now, we're not mandated to get it, but we were offered to get it, in my corporate job. And a lot of my patients, most of my patients did get it, but some of my employees got it too. Some of my staff got it too. But I passed on it. And I think I might get the second batch. Because my sister was like passed on the first batch, so I passed on the first batch, but I don't know. I'm torn between the 2. I just don't know because I have never gotten the flu shot before. Never gotten the flu shot. I never had the flu. I have never had the flu. I don't even my sickness is migraines. That's what I deal with. I deal with migraines and food allergies. That's what I deal with. That's my sickness. So it's like I don't know. My older 2 have never gotten the flu shot either, but my youngest have because of his health conditions,
Yeah.
So I'm torn between it because it's like, okay, I give him the flu shot.
So everybody correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they have to inject the COVID and whatever they do into the medicine that they give you?
Right. That's what a vaccine is. All vaccine has some of what that thing is supposed to fight is in there because it's supposed to help your body to identify the shit. There's it should be identified at this point for certain people then. But they saying you can get reinfected and all that stuff. But yeah, they're putting COVID in our asses. So that can just go all type of different ways. Because y'all don't even understand the disease that you're trying to fight. So you're putting that in my body and you don't even understand how the shit works. You have too many strands. How do I know the strand that you're putting in me is not agreeing with me? It's just like how some people it was asymptomatic and they wasn't sick, they didn't go to the hospital, but the COVID ended up attacking their kidneys and stuff later on. You understand? So it's like you don't know. So why are you going to put something in your body? You understand?
That you're unaware of.
Right.
I'm unaware of it.
Yeah, let me say y'all.
I don't want this vaccine, and Lord, I pray nothing goes wrong with me. But y'all got me on record.
You know what?
I do not agree with this vaccine. I don't want it.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Don't think negative. That's the thing. My mom always.
I can't help but think negative. I think negative.
To go into. Just think positive. Don't think negative because you got to look at it just like the flu shot. That's just how I look at it. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. My dad is 85 years old, right? So he is like anything that's wrong, he just flip out. Now, my dad, he gets up, he goes to work every day. He opened up his business every single day and stay there for 8 hours every day. When he walked better than all of us probably. But he has been like crazy since this virus has came, and it's like everything is just over the top. So he find numbers on the news because he's looking to get the shot. He wants the vaccine, so he sent us numbers from the news people. So I didn't know it was the number. He was like, I could get the shot from here because his doctor haven't got it yet. He was like, I could get the shot from here. So I'm calling the number. I called the number. And I'm like, it's like Channel 5 News or whatever. So I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, it's the news. She was like, oh, I was just let you say, I knew it was the news, but I was just going to let you go through it with him. I go through it with him. And it's like, every number that comes on TV about this vaccine, he's calling to get it. Like, he wants this vaccine because
Sunshine. If y'all are medical professionals and y'all questioning it, I'm questioning it double time. How about that?
Yeah, I definitely question it. I mean, it actually takes 2 years to make a vaccine, and they made it less than a year. So that bothers me. Don't be honest, it bothers me.
Do you guys think that they're going to force everyone to take it, regardless of what job you do?
Yeah, my
word on the is that like this is how like they speak of like in the Bible and stuff like that, the mark of the beast or whatever. That word on the street, this is what this is, where it's gonna come to a point where you can't even go into the supermarkets and whatnot if you're not vaccinated.
Well, how do they know if you're vaccinated?
I guess they're gonna give us badges or something, whatever they're gonna do, because they know before us.
Stuff like that. They want to put it. You can't get on the plane. They want to put it on their passport. You need.
Oh, I'm happy you brought this up, Neil. Finish. Go ahead and finish up. I'm happy you brought the plane thing up.
Yeah, they want you to, as you said, the mark of the beast. They want clarification, and you're going to have to carry a card around. Remember, just when we were growing up, we had a battery of immunization, you know, as children. So now, as adults, we're going to have the same thing, and you're going to have to carry your card around to be like, I am COVID free.
So, to back off, Sir Neil, you know, I want to say, I think it's this month or next month. I can't remember, but you know, you're gonna have to test to leave when you fly out and test to come back. You know,
COVID. I understand. Not trying to be funny. That's what they should have been did or whatever stuff. Because it wouldn't have been so outrageous like how it is now. But as far as forcing people to be a vaccine ban, card and be like, "Yo, I'm vaccinated," and it's yay or nay, that's too much. And then I want to ask you this: like, is it Tiffany? Can sis like possibly sue them? Because isn't that like a violation of your civil rights and whatnot?
They're gonna make her sign the paper. She has to sign this paper. And if anything happened, they're not liable for it. It's a paper you have to sign.
I'm talking about her job. I'm talking about.
It doesn't matter. They make you have to sign. You have to sign a consent form. It does not matter.
If she doesn't sign it,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's under your job guidelines. You know how, like, for instance, every workplace has their things where you can only work here if you agree to blah 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 or whatever. Like, is that what's going on with your job thing? Because that's your body. You understand? Like, that's basically a person that has no say so over you, telling you what to do with your body. It's like if you was pregnant and they told you, "Yo, you got to go get an abortion because we don't want no pregnant."
But you got to understand.
You're right. But she's not going to be able to refuse it, or she's not going to have a job.
Yeah, so it's what ends up happening is the job has their own policies and procedures.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, but they get to make their own up, and so it's nothing that, especially the private sector, it's nothing that you can do to control that. Either you want the job or you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're going to enforce these new rules, and we are going to have to apply by them or be denied by them.
Yeah,
this is new. This is a pandemic, so they're going to enforce a new rule that we're going to have to understand or shit. Well, someone said
there's going to be lawsuits. There's going to be a bunch of big class action lawsuits of people saying that their rights are being.
That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Will they be able to win the case? I don't know. I mean, that's going to be something. That'll be something new, probably. But they can do.
You talking about for Momo? Used to be if once she signed that consent, that means the job is not liable.
That's what they did say that I could, talk with, employee health. There's a couple of really two close colleagues of mine that are a little bit up there that I do plan on talking to first from a legal standpoint. Now, aside from this being morally against what I'm, obviously you don't care about my morals or my religion when it comes to that.
It's a violation.
Question, like if I end up getting Bell's palsy, like a lot of people are developing or all this afterwards.
Auntie Mama, you said the Bell's palsy. That's what the people are getting, the seizures and
not only that, what'll happen if I'm out of work because
because of the vaccine. Exactly. How are you compensated after that if you're forced to take it? Well, if you get Bell palsy, you can't come back to work and do nothing. So what if you the lucky one that gets the messed up side effects that these people talking about? How are you gonna compensate me then? Like, I'm sitting here taking this little stupid vaccine so that I can keep my check. Now I done got something that I can't have my check. What y'all gonna do for me now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pray on that. Pray long and hard on that.
It's gonna be okay. I will say with the second batch, I might get it. I'm just gonna say, because just like Momo said, people that have gotten COVID after, getting the vaccine, it hasn't been bad.
Yeah,
it hasn't been bad. I mean, the flu doesn't stop you from getting the flu. It just helps prevent it. I mean,
yeah, that's it. Yep. So I don't know, y'all, but when you see me next Sunday, hopefully I still be here. Number one.
Now I will warn you. Have they told you though, Momo? Because this is what I have witnessed with some of my patients and stuff like this. The first time is cool, nothing. The second vaccine is where you start having symptoms.
Every single person that I have worked with that have gotten the first vaccine, all of them are complaining the same. They have soreness in their arm. After the second one, everybody's complaint is the same. They have fever.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to know too, because I know with the flu shot, that's why, like, when I was younger, I decided I wasn't taking the flu shot no more because I wasn't getting sick. And then it was like, all right, I take the flu shot. It's like I get sick. It's like your body is because it's injected in it, it's trying to fight it. Your white blood cells is like, what the hell? And I would get sick. I never got sick again after not taking it. So I don't know if I want to get sick with COVID.
But that's with but the reason why I bring that up, because that's with every vaccine. I don't, even when your kids get their shots when they're babies, they get sick from that. So it's just basically your body is preparing yourself to fight off the virus. So, Momo, if you have to get it, you're going to be okay. But I'm just letting you know that the second one, you might have some symptoms, and some people have it for 24 hours, some people have it for 48 hours, but you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine.
I think that we need to understand, as ratchet as we are, we walk in faith.
Yeah.
So we believe in faith. So to take the shot, take the shot. As professionals, Auntie Momo, you are a medical profession, but we still have to walk in faith.
Right.
You know, God, he right. You pray about it, and as my mama said, you pray about it and you leave it alone. You let God handle it, because if you worried about it, that means you don't believe in God. You don't believe God gonna handle your situation.
Amen.
So God gonna handle it. Let it go. Let it go.
Amen. Yeah.
So if the first shot hurt, the second shot hurt, we're still going to be able to handle it. We are still going to go through it, and we're still going to be standing. So it's faith at this point. And because we don't trust them, that's natural. But we're still going to have to go through it. We're still going to have to go through it. And
God got you, honey. We okay. God got you. We all gonna have to get it. You good. You good. You good. You good.
When they gave us, they sent us the email about it on Thursday. Yeah, I'm not nothing, but I cried in the car on the way home. When I got home on Thursday, I actually had to take a Xanax because I started to have anxiety just because I was thinking of everything that happened after I got home. I know I'm so against it, and it's like, but I don't have no choice. I have to feed my family. I have to. I don't have a choice. I have to do
That's what God's gonna make sure you're okay. God is gonna make sure you're okay for that reason right there, Momo. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
He got you because he knows you don't have a choice.
Yep. Like
God
said.
Yep. 1,000%.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
Y'all, like I said, if something happened, I'm not here. Y'all mark my words.
Look at you, like look at you. You talking now. I just told you you don't talk negative. You don't bring you don't speak negative into a situation.
But I'm flesh first, and I can't help the feeling that I have about it.
Yes, we are all flesh. We are all flesh. We are all flesh. But God stands behind us 1,000%. And so for flesh, if anybody disrespect my flesh is my fist.
Right.
But God is there before fist or flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And I will stand there in my faith. But if the flesh come up,
right. They just know they're gonna have a lawsuit. I don't know, but I'm suing some damn body, goddamn it. I tell you what, I don't care who or what, but somebody gonna catch this lawsuit. Something happened to my goddamn ass.
Somebody catching all hands.
Well, on to another subject.
I have to get y'all's advice to make sure that I wasn't the only one that was just against this vaccine, because to me it's like everybody else is like, you crazy, you don't want to get it, you don't want to get it. It's like, y'all do want to get it. I'm
That's called understanding. You know better than anybody.
Hello, and not only that, Black folks, do we not remember the Tuskegee experiment? Like, I have something in my body,
and I'm weird. Medication. It's like I judge medication by side effects. Because even like with my MS, like when the doctor feel like, okay, you need to switch off of this medicine because we don't want you, we feel like you relapsing or whatever the hell, you going to the hospital too much. I be wanting to know the damn side effects or whatever and stuff like that, because if what the side effect is going to be worse than what I'm going through, I don't want it.
Right.
It's like those commercials that they give you, like, the side effects are this and this, this and this, this and this and this and this. But you would take the shot, but you.
Oh, I did not see no damn commercial in 10 years of now talking about with the vaccine. You got mesothelioma or some shit. I'm not
because who would have thought? Not trying to be funny, with Johnson & Johnson talcum powder, everybody was sitting there throwing the talcum powder on them, the kids and everybody. Who the hell would have
still suing Johnson & Johnson for talcum powder? Years they've been suing them since the 70s.
Yeah. How long has Johnson Johnson been around? Like 100 years. You understand? So now
all up here and shit.
They still suing them.
Amen, Renee.
Amen, Miss Renee.
Well, honey, you're gonna be fine. We're gonna move on from there. We're gonna move in on a positive note.
Yes.
Well, y'all, like I said, next, y'all don't forget to watch Wendy Williams' biopic that's coming on Saturday. I'll try to send out a little reminder to remind everybody, because we're gonna talk about that. And then anything else that y'all want to talk about next Sunday, y'all already know. Y'all can hit us up, y'all can DM us, email us, whatnot, whatever y'all want to do. I appreciate y'all for stopping through.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
And I want to wait 1 second.
What you got?
I appreciate all Auntie Momo's people that are like following me and trying to talk to me. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
So cute.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We gonna see y'all.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. And broadcast.
Sorry, I was talking so much.